Ashley, that is very exciting. That is all very, very exciting. I wish I had a puppy for you, like I intended to, but they're cuddled up in their bed and they're so cute. And I was like, I can't move them. So we'll try to puppy cam them later. I need to. What is happening here? But yay open house. I'm glad that was awesome. Yay master's program. Yay friends. This is all great. This is all great news, and I'm very, very excited for you. And I'm sorry I can't grace you with a puppy as a congratulations for it. I think my soda water has gone flat. Anyways. What's up? How y'all doing? I mean, Ashley's having a good time. Wasn't last week we were all just straight up having a bad time? I feel like that was last week. So, like, this is good. Tasers, I'm gonna refund your rupees for you, and I need to turn off those redemptions. We are in endgame at this point, and I don't get to make those choices anymore. So let me get that pulled right up. Where'd my little thing go? Where'd it go? Why is the little button not here anymore? I'm gonna find it. Yeah, no, we've got maybe two, maybe 3 streams left, and we are on the rails. So, yeah, I'll have to find other ways for people to cause mayhem at a later time. Why this side of things changed? I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it. Huh. I'll figure it out. We're doing it live. Anyways, yeah. So we've also already we've maxed out a ton of social links, which has been wild. There's even some people I don't like spending time with. There we go. Manage. I found it. Okay. I found where I can turn stuff off. How do I refund somebody? Where's my little thing that does it? There it is. Like, all my buttons moved. All my buttons moved. Yes, it has so far been, it's still been a weird, just like a super weird week. But technically better. So let's see. Which of these do I need to actually do? Yeah, I don't know why it hid where the button normally is. And I did that one. All right, cool. I'm just gonna leave that open. But yes, so I've disabled that. And I'm glad that happened now instead of in the middle of the stream. It's much easier to turn it off now. Any hoodles? Yeah, if you haven't been around for a little while, we're in the last little bit. The only reason it's even taken us this long is because, especially for the last several weeks, James and I have had so much stuff to talk about. We just keep getting distracted, like super distracted. Is this the day you beat the game? No, it's not gonna be today. But yeah, by James's estimate, he's like, there's probably 2 streams worth of stuff left. But we keep ending up with so many sticky notes worth of conversational topics. Like last week, I had 3 sticky notes, which is fucking wild. I have 3 again? Granted, 2 of these I think could have been combined into 1 sticky note. I feel like if I had I wrote a little big on one of them, bigger than I normally do. So I think if I had written a regular size, I could probably fit them all. So there's so much to talk about. I don't know what we're gonna do when this is over. We have so much to talk about all the time. James and I lead weird, exciting lives, and we're not gonna have these streams anymore. I don't know. Let's see. Hey, Big Mac. This has been the longest week for me, and it's only Tuesday. That was me last week. Time moves slower the closer you get to vacation. That does do it. So here's the thing about Persona. No, we've already talked about this a couple times. This is the last time I'm going to say it. Y'all listen real good. You listen real good. I have to be able to play it on PC. That's the limiting factor. Persona 4 is on PC. That's why we did it. That is literally the only reason between this and James being like, I think you'll enjoy it. Yeah, Persona 5 can't happen until it's on PC. After it's on PC, I'll find a new excuse. But for right now, that's the reason. It's not like this can only be restricted to Persona, but like the whole reason like James comes in like hangs out and does this is because he was supposed to, like, he's my backup on like teaching me how to do Persona-y things. I'm not gonna make him sit through other stuff he doesn't know anything about. So, Persona 5 ever ends up on PC, maybe. Only because I like talking to James. Nobody tell him I said that. Hi, future James. I know you're listening to this right now. Ah! Sassy! Oh my god, thank you, Sassy. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for the resub. Alright, so, Tales of Berseria. So we played Tales of... Which one of those did we do? I bought Berseria because I liked Zestiria. I was playing, Tales of Zestiria with the Z. I was playing that, and I really liked... I say I really liked it. I really wanted to like it. And then the same thing happened there that happens on every other one of these types of games. Where I go, I'm burned out on it. Because it makes you grind. The only reason we survived Persona 4 is because while I had to grind, I got to yell at James in real time about needing to grind and also being able to talk about D&D and all kinds of other random stuff. It's not a game he knows anything about, so there's no reason for him to be on a call with me while I do it. And it's gonna make me grind and I'm gonna be mad. So no. So not that. Until Dawn, can't really talk during that one. And again, it's not, Until Dawn's not on PC, I thought that was only PlayStation. That one's also kind of weird, because it's like, yeah, it's still jump scary, but I do know that story, like, so I'm not gonna, like, nothing's gonna be, I'm only gonna be surprised in that, oh yes, a thing purposely left at the screen for me. Also, my big problem with a lot of games like that, that are that horror style, is, I don't have a problem with horror, I say I don't have a problem with horror. They freak me out, they do freak me out, I will absolutely admit to that. My biggest problem is they rely a lot on gore. I don't do gore well, and not in a way that's entertaining for people. Like, it makes me genuinely uncomfortable. I can't handle it very well. And Until Dawn, I watched somebody play. I listened to somebody play more than anything else. So anyways, before we just start listing every game that exists and asking if I'll play it, I have a backlog. Problem being, the point of this is, these are not James games. That's the point. So, until Persona 5 ends up on PC, this can't happen. But we'll figure it out. Anyways, like, we lost the thread. We lost the thread so hard in this conversation. Anyways, skin looks fabulous. Thank you! It's my blown out lights I still haven't been able to tune very well, but I appreciate it. The TR podcast. We have talked about, like, maybe if we finish this game, like, just continue, you know, like, keep sticky notes and stuff, and when we get to, like, a certain number of, like, topics, be like, alright, cool. Like, maybe it has to be, like, every third Tuesday. It's like, nah, this isn't a game stream. It's just a chit-chat stream. And we just hop on Discord and we just stream us yelling our stories at each other and then inevitably talk about D&D. And, like, maybe we'll get other people to join us every once in a while. Maybe that'll be a thing. What if James walked Jen through Dark Souls? Okay, the point is he has to be helpful for the game that I'm playing, and just be better isn't that. We're doing it again! Hey, you guys, you should look at, I tweeted a picture the other day. Check out my fucking cropped hoodie. Look at this, with the spell circle on it. It's fucking great. It's like, it's all shadowy, because it's like printed in black, on black. I fucking love this thing. It is Texas, and I work in a building that doesn't really have AC. It's a big old open shop floor that just opens to the outside. I fucking wore it, because I was like, this is too cool. I need to wear it. There's a tag on the side that says roll for initiative. You probably can't, it's there, it says cantrip, and on that side, roll for initiative. I love it. Jean! Jean, how are you? What is up? I miss you. Of the black on black aesthetic. Oh, sure. Yeah, it's... I've been looking at this hoodie for, like, forever. I'm calling it a hoodie. Like, I guess it is a hoodie. It doesn't have the pocket, though, because it's cropped. I've wanted it forever. I saw it, like, at a convention, so that tells you how long ago. And I almost bought it then, but I was like, I want to spend that much money on a hoodie. At that point, I wasn't wearing like cropped stuff yet, and have it like on a regular hoodie. And I was like, I can't spend that kind of money on half of a shirt. That feels wrong. But now it's been a year and a half, and I was still, or 2 years, or whatever the fuck. Time has no meaning. And I was still thinking about the hoodie, and it popped up on my Twitter, and I went, I've been selling dice. I can get the hoodie. What's in the glass today? It's a kicking mule! You know exactly what no one else knows. It's, I'm letting a mule kick me in the teeth. Everyone else is worried. But we ordered more of the stuff, because apparently if you order, like, $50 worth of stuff, it's free shipping. So we're like, well, let's get 5 bottles. So I have 3 more bottles of the Mexican chili syrup. And then I got a hazelnut for coffees. And we got the ginger. I haven't figured out what I'm doing with the ginger yet. I have a large stomach. I would have to wear high-rise pants with it. Okay, first of all, you do you. You don't have to do anything. But also, the only reason I've started wearing cropped things is I'm also wearing high-waisted, like, shorts and stuff like that. I like that high-rise thing. So it's like, maybe there's, like, a little bit of skin that shows, just, like, a little bit. But for the most part, I'm like, nah, I'm not wearing, like, regular we're not just, like, hanging out. So it's just, like, I wear this kind of shit to work. I was like, I know I could in this particular kind of work environment, but, like, no. So, yeah, so I wore, today, I'm still wearing them. They're not, well, let me finish tying them. I didn't, like, retie it, because I was like, fuck it, no one's gonna see it. But now you're all gonna see it. Like, I have these cute linen shorts. Camera, please. I have these cute linen shorts, but they're, like, high-rise. So, like, I got to wear my cropped hoodie with my cute linen shorts that I got from Old Navy. They're great. We've already been all over the map. Alright. So, last time on last time on Persona. If y'all remember, we ended up in cutscene hell. To the point where I gave up, and I just turned off the game, and I was like, this is a future gen problem. I will take care of this. Didn't realize how much of a problem it was gonna be. It had been a while since, so when we get into the game, you're gonna see him on February 13th. I hadn't saved, the last time I got to save was February 5th. I could have saved after exams on, like, the 9th, and I was like, it's fine. So I had to go back through all my exams and everything. So I started the game early today, powered through exams, fast forwarded through cutscenes and dialogue choices. We are where we left off. We're on the rooftop. We're jumping back into cutscene hell. I'm gonna be so mad if I get into it, and there's, like, 2 minutes left of it, and then it's like, okay, you can save now. I thought of that. But yeah, it was just going for so long. I was like, guys, it is 1 a.m. My alarm goes off at 6. I have to go. I have to go. My people need me. By my people, I mean my art department. Do we fuck Laura Bailey for Valentine's Day, or do we not do that? No, it's February 13th right now. It's not been Valentine's Day yet. There's still hope. I also hope Aaron's not watching, because if I fuck it up again, like I did for New Year's or Christmas or whatever, he's never gonna forgive me, and he's also gonna run through that door. I'm gonna watch it. If we get to this part of the game, I'm gonna keep an eye on that. Nobody rat me out. Nobody tell James that I like hanging out, and nobody tell Aaron that I might get to fuck Laura Bailey and have a chance to mess it up again. Just don't tell anybody anything. Whoever's here is here, and everybody else can suck it. It's fine. Anyways, I think that's about it. Yeah, we'll wait when James gets here. I'm gonna save all my stories for when James gets here. But yeah, I have 3 sticky notes. And, oh, I can get rid of this sticky note that reminded me to start Persona early and skip cutscenes to Rooftop. I can get rid of that, because we did that now. I just threw the paper on the floor. And when the dogs eventually come up to visit, they'll eat it! So, do that. Okay, there we go. We're good now. We're good? Yeah, no sharing the stream, no clips, no quotes, no retweeting it, no sharing it with anybody. This is a private event now. That's a quote. That had to be from Stardew. That had to be from Stardew, yes. Anyways, game. Let's do game. Perfect. All right.
First, allow me to report.
Just jumping right in.
Just in case, I've checked for missing people in the local jurisdiction to see if anyone may have wandered in there.
Some of this dialogue we may have seen last time. We stopped in the middle of this cutscene somewhere. I'm just gonna go through all of it again to be safe.
0 results. There are no missing person requests either.
I like missing person requests. Like, I request this person go missing. I know that's not what she means, but...
It seems that this place really doesn't have anything to do with our previous case.
Hey, no fair! You said to rest, and yet you went and did research. But I went and checked the newspaper, too. I looked for any news of missing people, but there wasn't any.
I also tried asking our suppliers and customers if there was anything going on, but there aren't any rumors.
Ditto. I asked around at work, but didn't come up with anything. You can't underestimate the housewife network.
Yeah, I tried talking with some former punks, but didn't get jack.
Considering that none of us could find evidence, perhaps it's safe to say that no one has wandered in accidentally.
We knew that. We knew that. Margaret, like, literally told us that the snowman has bats for arms. Not... I'm looking at it, so I knew what I meant, and you all can see it, so you also know what I mean. What I'm picturing. There's just someone with bats for arms. Everything's fine.
But more important is whatever Teddy and Rise-san found. How did your search go?
I can feel that hollow forest really far away, but that's it.
I couldn't sense Emi-chan's presence at all.
That place, it's big. I'm glad we didn't just jump in there without making sure we were ready for it. The hollow forest, huh? Is that place also affected by the mind of the person inside?
Probably?
If that's the case, then did Marie-chan make that area?
Hollow Forest. We heard that phrase before. In the last battle, right?
Oh, did we? Are we gonna actually get a helpful flashback for the first time ever?
I was wondering the same thing. Amano Sagiri mentioned it.
Can we flashback now?
The place that gave birth to those who answer the desires and wishes for lies of humans. Was that it?
What? I don't remember that getting said. The place that gave birth to those who answer the desires and wishes for lies. I don't like that.
Hold on.
Yeah, hold on indeed.
Are you saying that the image in Marie-chan's mind is the same force that created that monster? What's going on here?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hell? Who is she exactly?
I'm getting real Melfina vibes right now. I'm hoping Sassy's still here.
Our objective is to save her, but it doesn't seem like things will end there.
I'm shocked that the game will continue.
If she is related to those monsters, then we need to do more research. What is she trying to do? Who is she really?
I don't think she has the answer to either of those questions, if I'm being real.
It seems we have no choice but to go see her and find the truth directly from her.
We're gonna make her cry. We'll find her.
Yeah, let's do it!
What was this? Kanji!
Whoever she is, we're not letting her die like this.
We'll let her die some
That's
other
right.
terrible way.
Burning up!
Right, let's do it.
Guys, I don't know what's gotten into me today.
We don't know what she's bummed about, but we'll save her.
Does my coat have a very specific ombre gradient going on at the bottom, or is the bottom of it just really dirty? Oh, we're gonna fucking, here he goes. Oh,
Wait
no.
a sec.
I thought it was
If
gonna
I
do
come and save Emi-chan, that's like an arrow straight through the heart, right?
I thought we were gonna get the rank up.
What should I do? I'm not ready for this.
Yeah, it's okay, Teddy. You know what? I think we got it. You can stay behind.
Dude, I can't tell if you're being a creeper or not.
Hey, that face he made? Yes, creeper. Hurry all the way the fuck back to the mountain cabin. Can I save? Oh, we're just here. Okay. We can get to that hollow forest by entering this TV. Let's hurry up and jump in there then. This place is gonna get closed off soon, right? We have, I'm gonna guess, a month. Yeah, that Margaret person said it was definitely going to happen. I think we're still okay for today, but I can sense it getting further and further away. Does that mean we have no idea what'll happen tomorrow? Oh, maybe not. I thought we had some time. I thought it was a month. I guess not! Ignore me! That is quite likely. It was a completely different place until very recently. Since there's no guarantee that we'll be able to enter it tomorrow, we must do something about it today. Okay, I was wrong! I thought I remembered that. This is what happens when you leave in the middle of cutscene hell. It'll be a bit tough, but we've got to do this. I can't go buy things? Okay. Go back to... Can I go back to town and buy things? Or if I leave, is it like, oh, that's it, yo? If I panic for like 3 more minutes, James will be here. Like, I probably don't need to buy things. I'm probably fine. Even though I used a bunch of stuff and didn't think I needed to replenish most of it. Or check on new weapons. Or anything. How y'all doing? Wait, hold on. Sup? I don't know. James, come on. I'm just like watching the Discord screen now. Just like... Come on. Come on, buddy. This is fine. This is fine. It's, I imagine if it was gonna fuck it up entirely, it would warn me, but if it doesn't, and I would need to reload the save is back on February 5th! I have to do all the shit again! If someone else knows definitively, not like I'm guessing or I think, like, you know this game as well as James does, and you're like, hey, I know for a fact that you can go to town and buy things and come back and it's fine. Or I know for a fact, I know for a fact that, like, no, you can't do that. Hold on. New stalling. Work is texting me. Perfect. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. It's too early in the stream for the stakes to be this high, right? It's like I threw a cow. Stakes. This is a one-time pass to backseat if you know the answer for sure. Yes, like I am asking this question. Hold on. Oh, all right. We're good. We're good. Everything's good. Yay! He's here! Thank you! James, yes! Hello!
Hello.
I've been stalling!
Oh no! Did you flood the engine? Is that
funny. I panicked because it just made me come here, and I was like, I want to go to town and buy stuff, but I don't know if I say I want to go to town, it's gonna go cool. You can't come back.
Honestly, I don't know if you go back to town if you can.
Oh, no.
Like if you just kind of skip this dungeon and you just have to live with the consequences. I honestly do not know.
All right, well, we're not going to try it because we just finished cutscene hell again. And I can't do that again, James. I can't.
No, I don't blame. You know what? I'm sure you'll be fine.
Yeah, it's probably fine. Okay, so we're gonna do. So you got the screen. I'm gonna come back over here. All right.
All
so we're
right.
gonna enter the fucking TV. How are you?
You know, I've had a day. I've actually had a few days, work-wise. But you know, it's all
I'm
things
sure we'll be
considered, I
alright if we
cannot
work
complain.
together.
How are you?
You know, I have 3 sticky notes.
Yeah, oh boy.
So there's that. And part of me stalling was getting a bunch of work texts. So I was like answering those things, being like, "Yep, we're gonna just take care of those real fast."
Perfect. You know, I appreciate the fact that you brought the fox with you on the bus.
Yeah, and that the bus was okay with that. But
Yeah, you know.
do we put him on the bike rack?
Maybe he prefers it.
Yeah. Ashley's saying to pass the time, even though we don't need to pass time anymore, but I'm gonna acknowledge your question. How are you so amazing? And what was the point you made the choice to be rad as hell? It's funny you should ask that. I actually have an answer. Spite. It's just like purely out of spite. Most of the things I choose to do in my life are just out of spite or anxiety. It's one of those two. And the moment I decided to wake up and choose violence is when I became rad as hell.
Well, there you go. That's very healthy, and I hope everyone takes that lesson to heart. Actually, I'm also proud of you for making 4 friends today in your master's program.
Yay! D'Angelo, thank you very much for the raid! I appreciate you. How are you? I hope you had a wonderful time. Welcome to Persona. You're just in time for us to go into a dungeon. And we're gonna start yelling about all the things we have on our topic list. It's gonna be great!
So many things.
So many things. It's gonna be wonderful. I'm not worried about this dungeon at all.
You shouldn't. You're very high level. You have top tier persona.
I am very high level. Hey, everybody, if you're not following D'Angelo, you should, because he's great. Why are we confused that it's snowing? Also, those look like flower petals, not snow. Just throwing that out there.
You have to remember, Chie is not the brightest hammer in the crayon box. So
One too many blows to the head.
yeah.
You
know,
those
those galactic punts, they actually cause her to have concussions, and it's just taking its toll over the
her
course of this
brain
game.
acts as the shock absorber on the other end of the impact.
That useless organ.
Yeah, who needs it? This isn't snow. Okay, all right. We're getting there. We're getting there. Thank you, Naoto.
Yeah, the other voice of reason.
Ah.
Wait, if Kanji's the voice of reason, Naoto is the voice of truth, I guess.
Yes.
There
My
you go.
AC just kicked on. Let me fix that.
So Ashley, you had a conversation with a professor with a moderate Netherlands accent, not a conservative or a liberal accent, but very
oh
moderate.
my God, James. It's gonna be one of those nights, huh?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Oh man, that's okay. I'm already like I can't wait for you to go back and watch the beginning part later.
Well, I can't wait.
It's gonna be a time. Marie, if you start reading poetry at me, I'm leaving your ass here.
I'm gonna go back to town. I'm gonna buy gear just as souvenirs for me to go back home.
Oh nope, this seems like poetry. Oh, this is actually, we've seen this exact poem. I remember this.
There you go.
I don't know if
And
this
I'm-
is better or worse.
And you know what, Jen? I'm sure the contents of each poem will not be a clue to solve each floor of this dungeon because you paid attention, right?
Yep, I paid attention. We all know. Ashley, I specifically asked you guys not to rat me out for the nice things that I said. Anyways.
Well, she's not ratting you out for the nice things that you said. She's clearly ratting you out for the lies that you've been spreading at the beginning of the stream.
Yes, that's it. Oh, boy. Yeah, she sounds so sad. Guess we should just leave her here. The face on this one rock right above. Grave of Hollow Memories? It says grave? What? Anyways, Logic, thank you for that raid.
Well,
Ha!
She really knows how to set the ambiance of a TV world, you
God.
know?
I'm just gonna pop in here and make sure I don't need to register anything real quick. Compendium. No, okay, we're good. We're good there.
Hey, could you go to Fuse really quickly? I just want to see what your persona lineup is so I can start doing some calculations in the
I
background.
just want to see. Wait.
Yeah, I just
how-
want to see
there we go.
what you have.
There we go.
Okay, I can work with that. Cool, thank you.
Nito burrito. Alrighty.
Yeah, if it gets to a point where like, you know, maybe we need something a little stronger, I'll cook something up. But I think you'll be fine. You know, between Ishtar and Yoshitsune, I think you'll be in good shape.
Cool. Let me just check. Okay, cool. Yeah, you're already equipped. That's great. I need Yukiko. I thought this was snow, but these are flower petals. God, you need better glasses. All right. So, anyways, the real question, James, did you ever get onto your work network?
No.
I'm sorry,
So,
it's not funny, but it is.
It kind of is. So for those listening at home, I have been disconnected from our shared network at work where like all of my reports, PowerPoints, Excel documents, code, programs, everything's saved because, you know, if your machine dies, all that work is backed up in a place that, you know, you can access it from anywhere on a work computer. For whatever reason, through some weird IT issues, my credentials got invalidated. So I can't log into any of that. And I haven't been able to do work since Thursday night.
Oh, this
So,
has been going on since Thursday? I thought this was like a new thing from like yesterday.
Oh no, Thursday night. It only became a high priority issue when it wasn't fixed by Friday evening.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's what we in the industry call a work stoppage.
Yeah, that's not good.
So fortunately, my job isn't entirely dependent on, you know, code and reports and stuff like that because, you know, I actually do have meetings to, you know, run and, you know, have conversations with people. So I've been doing that. And today's Tuesday.
Today is
Tuesdays
Tuesday.
are, oh boy. Tuesdays are very busy days for me meeting-wise, so it wasn't a terrible loss, but it's still very annoying when they're like, "Hey, James, what were some of the things that, you know, happened in last month's report?" And I'm like, "I don't know because I can't access my stuff, and I don't want to tell you something wrong."
So that one's weak to darkness.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So now that you're in combat, you may notice you don't have any of your items.
Oh yeah, no, I had
Yes,
many.
that's what.
I had many facial
Yes.
reactions.
Yeah. So
I would have been so mad if I had gone to town to buy stuff.
Right, exactly. That's why I was kind of like, I don't think it really matters, and I really don't want to take the chance.
Oh my god. Is it just for this floor or is it for the whole fucking thing?
Nonchalant whistling.
Mother bitch! Alright, that's fine.
But you know what? Actually, this dungeon is a lot like a roguelike where you pick up items in the dungeon to help you progress.
Okay, I guess there's that. Yeah, I guess just kick them. Just kick them real good. Ooh, I'm not used to her not doing
A lot of
bajillion.
damage.
Yeah.
Bajillion points.
Oh, you don't have any of things. I have to actually like I haven't been in combat in
It's been a while since we've been in
so
combat.
long. Oh, okay, yeah, I want that one.
3 enemies left. You can win this.
Deathbound just sounds fun, but
You know, yeah, it's a good time. Good
Yeah.
time.
Okay, so let's see. I have a bajillion things. Let's pick one. Hey,
Yeah.
this one's really easy and just fast.
All right, we
Cool.
won.
That's what.
Did it.
Go on.
Governor Abbott, the idiot that is in charge of my state here in Texas, who has issued executive orders that forbid anybody from having any kind of vaccine mandate, and has also made it so that way like schools and anything else that's like public can't have a mask mandate. An individual business can have a mask mandate. but like schools and other public things can't. And then nobody can have a vaccine mandate. So like there were 2 bars that tried to be like, hey, we're gonna mandate vaccines. And they were like, if you do, we're gonna pull your liquor license and shut you down. Okay, so that Governor Abbott
Yeah.
has COVID.
Uh,
After his whole, like, Texans are responsible enough to make their own informed decisions to protect themselves. And this fucker tested positive for COVID today, which is great because last night he did a huge, like, event where there's just a room, there's a picture of a room full of people, nobody's wearing masks, everybody's just hanging out, and he was positive.
I'm in danger.
I never want to wish ill on anyone, but I'm not exactly upset about the karma happening here.
Right. You know what, Jen, the way I look at it, I never want to wish ill on anyone. However, I also don't want to wish for the rules of the cosmos to change on a whim. So I still want cause and effect to happen because I think it would be very selfish of me to want to change the entire cosmos to remove causality. So, causality.
Yep. I am disappointed that, like, he, of course, immediately got access to, like, the Regeneron, like, all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, it's probably not going to hit him as hard as it needs to for him to recognize that he's a fucking idiot. But I did still appreciate that at the very least he's positive. Why is all my soda pop so low?
You know what? Your soda pop is low because Marie is thirsty and will drink half your soda pop after every battle.
God. All right. Cool. Anyways.
Yeah. But you know what? Maybe with the experimental treatment he's gonna get, he's gonna be visited by 3 ghosts at night, and then he'll learn a valuable lesson.
God, that would be great. I doubt it, but it would be great.
Hey, you never know.
Bell.
Well, while you're looking up items and what they do as you collect them, I have a really quick thing, and it's Persona related, believe it or not. Would you fancy that? Talking about Persona during a Persona stream.
Yeah, it's super weird. Did all of our armor and shit, like everything?
Yeah, you all have generic armor and weapons, too.
What the actual fuck, Marie? Anyways, continue.
Well, yeah, it's because they're like, well, this is the new dungeon that we added in the golden version of the game. And there's like, well, people are probably going to be really powerful by this. So like, well, how can we make it interesting and challenging for people who are like level 88? Well, why don't you take all their stuff and make them lose half their SP after each battle? And here you are.
I'm so mad. No wonder Chie's not like doing any fucking damage. God damn it. All right.
Yeah. Wait, so the fast thing that I learned, I'm playing back through Persona 5 Royale because I'm a winner, and things are going great, and what have you. So in the game, your protagonist is mostly silent, but he will occasionally say things in combat, like when you summon your persona, he'll say the persona's name and other things like that. One thing I noticed though, with certain persona that are the DLC persona, and these are all persona from like 3 and 4, like the character from Persona 4. See, you can have Thanatos from Persona 3. You can have Izanagi, which is your main character's starting persona. He will say certain lines of dialogue in combat based on that persona that are very unique. I'm like, oh, that's a nice little touch. I summoned the persona that was Adachi's. The one that looked like your persona, but like all red and icky looking.
Oh my god.
And here's the thing. So the voice actor will just say lines in, that character's voice. So like, he sounds like his character and, he'll continue to say other lines. For Adachi's persona, he changed his voice to sound like Adachi. It wasn't the same voice actor, but he was doing an Adachi impression. And the line that he used when he summoned Adachi's persona is, "You need a proper punishment." And I'm like, oh!
No! I hate it!
I got shivers. I'm like, oh, that was horrible. That was horrifying.
Oh,
like,
I hate the things you just said and how they got said. Oh, no.
Ugh. Shivers.
Oh no.
But there was a fun one, another persona that you haven't seen yet. He goes, I sense Pathos, and as soon as he said that, I like looked around like, oh, Pathos is here. I'm like checking online, like getting on, like, oh, did he log onto the PlayStation Network too? And I realized Pathos isn't on the. We're not friends on PlayStation, and I'm like, oh, I got sad.
Good job, Yukiko-san.
Something to cheat the system.
Yikes, it's time.
Try to
Just
regain
two
some
left.
shit.
Come on.
Yeah, so you
Tenacious.
your accessory gives you 12 soda pops back
Yeah.
after each round.
There. I can't defeat it.
So I'm literally gonna lose half of whatever I have
Correct.
after every battle. Fuck.
So here's another way that you
Did
can
that just
cheat it.
heal? Son of a whore. All right, what?
Oh, critical hit.
Yay.
One thing that you can do to cheese it, you have a persona called Trumpeter, and Trumpeter has this really cool skill called Cool Breeze, which restores 8% of your health and SP at the end of every combat.
Now that's a
Cool.
strike.
So if
do
you
I have to have
him,
that equipped? Like
you
my-
have to have him equipped.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yes, Ashley. Yes, he said that with an Adachi-like inflection, and it creeped me out.
I hate it so much. Hey, finally.
And it
I
was
found-
really good. And it was really good too. He did a really good job. That was the sad thing.
I feel like, on the one hand, I feel like I need to recover SP. On the other hand, it feels
Yes.
useless.
Well, every little bit helps. Here's another interesting thing: you cannot earn money in this dungeon, so money ups are worthless.
What is this game? All right.
Well, this is the last dungeon. What do you need money for?
I don't believe you.
Okay, well that's your
This,
prerogative.
this game goes on forever. What can we do? I don't know, Rise. I don't know. I would love an answer. Fucking hell.
Flashfire. Well, that would be
That enemy's
interesting.
weak to wind.
Excellent character from
Come on,
Persona
away.
5, by the way.
So, Naoto is kind of hiding behind this thing's legs, so I didn't see her at first.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see anybody to the left and right. I thought this fight was just Chie. For a hot second, I got real freaked out.
Oh, she got it. She'll just galactic punt him or something.
I was very. It's a calm machine.
Ooh,
Okay, yeah, everybody.
is that what you kids call it these days?
Yeah.
Someone finish
Phew.
this one off. One enemy to go.
No, I
Keep it
want.
up.
Let me say trumpeter.
Trumpeter.
This real quick. Okay, yeah. Yeah, let's just get you up here. I don't want to, like, use stuff, but you're so resistant to things!
He is very resistant to things,
Electricity will work.
but weak to everything else.
Oh, fine. Fine. Goodbye.
Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.
No, what?!
Let's attack with all.
Yeah, sure, please do, because that did fuck all.
Yikes! It's tough.
Yeah, it is.
There you go. You got the teamwork gonna make the dream work here.
Hell yeah. See, I'm looking at my,
This is it.
looking at my sticky notes.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Jen, you sound a little agitated by everything that's going on in this dungeon. You might need a special vial of liquid that my wife found at school the other day.
Yes, please, because I want to know if there's been an update to the story.
Yes. So, for a reminder for everyone else listening, my wife is a school psychologist, and in her office at her school, it was like the first week of school. She was getting everything ready and set up just the way she likes it, and she was cleaning out the desk that was the previous psychologist's when she came into that school. And you may want to update your accessories. And
Yeah, I was like, oh, I have rings. I'm gonna look at that stuff now.
so, cleaning out the desk, she found a small vial, which is probably no bigger than a person's thumb. So, like, think about that length. And on it, it was a clear liquid, and with a Sharpie, all it said was "Calm Child." That's all it said. So she took a picture of it, sent it to me, sent it to all of her psychologist Slack channel saying, "Guess what this stuff is?" Because I have no idea. And guesses were coming in, everything from every type of drug imaginable to a little bit of vodka. Yeah. So, Jen, do you have any idea what Calm Child could be?
I don't. Do we have any idea how long it had been in there?
No clue.
Like, I'd like to think it was just like a smelling, like an essential oil, like just for like a sniffing kind of thing, and it's just like lavender or something. I would like to think it's that. Part of my brain went to like CBD, which isn't the worst thing. But I don't know. I'm hoping it's like a lavender or chamomile, just like scent. Maybe an oil that you like rub on the temples. Maybe.
Well, you are correct. It was an essential oil. Which essential oil? I don't know. I can ask her here in a few minutes when she goes upstairs to take just the middle daughter to bed. But yeah, it was essential oils. A lot of people were guessing, various types of drugs, and we had a few vodkas in there. And yeah, so apparently that's the kind of school that she walked into. It's like, okay, the last psychologist needed some essential oils to help them through the day. Cool.
I mean, it could have been worse if she walked in and it was not just that. That tells you a lot about that school. I'd be like, I'm leaving now.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello, Kaiju. See, apparently Kaiju Googled it and just straight up Calm Child, like that's a thing. Apparently it was just a thing.
Really? Interesting.
I do like the idea of, like, some people were guessing vodka, because I was like, that vial had color to it. So, like, I don't know what vodka these people are drinking, but they need to, like, step up their game.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe it was vodka aged in a Tennessee whiskey barrel, because that's, I'm sure, something people have tried here. Because everything tastes better aged in a Tennessee whiskey barrel.
Go. Okay, well, so now I can see them. I'm just gonna leave you. You're pretty tiny.
You know what? That is not a bad strategy.
Yeah, just because, like, if I'm gonna not be able to, if I'm just gonna lose SP constantly every time I leave a battle, it's like, then no, I'm not gonna do any extras, and I'm not getting money. So, like, what's the point?
Right.
Spoken like a true child of capitalism.
There you go. Well, I'm not getting anything out of this, so I'm not gonna do it.
That's 12. So let's get Yukiko. Oh, she's already got one. So then Naoto. And then Chie. Okay. I think we're good.
With all these different stone accessories in Marie's dungeon, I guess she's really big in the crystals. Like, the crystal energy is really going to help you.
Yeah, that must be what's going on. I'm looking at my sticky notes being like, is that a segue into something that I have? I don't think it is, though.
That was just a toss-up. I know we talked about crystals a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So, I had to bring back the classics.
You know what else we talked about in a past one? Oh, I'm getting... I'm like stuck on a fucking corner. You know what else we talked about? I think it was last week. Is I talked about that one of the things that I got trained on working in a chem lab is never attempt to catch falling glass.
Right. The minute that it leaves your hand, it is already broken.
Exactly.
Right.
So, update to that. Jeff missed that story.
No, Jeff. No.
So, I'll start with he's fine.
Okay, well that's the most important part.
He somehow managed to not cut himself. His ankle is very swollen.
His ankle is swollen. So, okay, now can I guess what he dropped then?
Please do. Please do.
Okay, so it's something that's breakable. Mm-hmm. It was something big enough to cause his ankle to swell. So, okay, let's play 3 questions. Is the swollen ankle directly related to the thing that he dropped?
Yes.
Or was it indirect? Okay.
Was it directly related?
is it made of glass?
Yes.
Okay. You know, I'm gonna go with he dropped a.
Yukiko-senpai's
I guess did he
persona
drop
is sealed.
like a large vase and it landed on his ankle?
No. He went grocery shopping
Uh-huh.
and bought himself a
You-
brand new bottle of cold brew.
Uh-huh.
And
Those are pretty heavy. 'Cause
They are.
Liquid is heavy.
it really is. So he was he was moving it from the counter, pulled it out of the bag, and went to go put it into the refrigerator, and it had condensated too much, and it was slippery,
Uh-huh.
and so it fell out of his hands.
Oh, and here's just a middle daughter.
Oh yay! We'll talk about my husband not being smart in a minute. Hi.
What is that? That's a puppet with a big tongue. Can you say hi, Miss Jen?
Jen.
Hi. How are you?
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Can you say it louder?
Oh, thank you.
Did you have a good day today?
Yeah.
What did you do at school today?
Yeah. Yeah.
You did you do arts and crafts today?
Yeah.
What did you make?
I draw
You drew? What did you draw?
nothing.
You drew your family. Oh, that's right. That was such a lovely
Aw.
picture. You know what you're gonna do tomorrow? Are you going to swimming class tomorrow? Can you say it louder?
Tomorrow.
Awesome. Oh, are you excited?
Yeah. I'm ready to go to bed.
Oh, you're ready to go
Okay.
to bed. Oh, you're
Okay.
so excited that you just want tomorrow. You want to fast forward to tomorrow. Can you say goodnight, everyone?
Can
Good night.
I love you. And we're clear. So
Yay.
Jeff dropped
So
a full thing of cold brew.
Yes. So he's telling me this, and I went, "Oh my god!" And it's like, how did you? I was like, first of all, is your ankle okay? He goes, yeah. I was like, second of all, where did it break so I can make sure there's no broken glass? He's like, no, it didn't break. And I was like, oh. He goes, yeah. It started to fall, and I tried to catch it with my foot, which is already a bad sentence. He
Yeah, it's
tried
pretty
to
bad.
catch it with his foot against the cabinet. He tried to catch it by smashing it between a solid surface and his ankle. So, not only did he kick it with his ankle, but also, if it had actually broken, he would have just smashed the glass into his leg.
Mazel tov.
Anyways, this is why you don't try to catch falling glass.
Especially with your foot.
Yeah.
Yukiko-senpai's persona
You know,
is sealed.
I'm not gonna lie, Jen. I probably would have done the same thing because of my years of martial arts training to try to like catch things with my foot. Like if you drop your weapon, you're supposed to try to catch it with your foot and like kick it back up to you. Now I probably would not have done that with something that could break like glass or something that's full of liquid, but you know, something that's not breakable, I absolutely will try to catch things with my foot.
Yeah.
Looks good kill.
Yeah, anyways, this is oh, thank you, whatever you're doing. Alright. Oh.
Not bad.
Move now, Tokuro.
Well, fuck.
Ouch! That hurt.
Anyway, so yeah, don't try to catch falling things, and especially don't try to kick it against the cabinet.
So persistent.
You know what? These are all great lessons.
Yeah.
Great job.
This is why everybody comes to the stream, life lessons.
Life lessons as told by Jen.
Yep. Let's see, what else is... I'm trying to, like, mark off my sticky notes as they happen.
Well, good. Well, you know what? So here's the crazy thing. I've actually already made it through my non-D&D stuff.
Oh, God! Okay, let's see what else I got. Let's see.
Well, you know what? Maybe we could frame it like this, because I know for a fact you do not have any D&D things on your list.
This is true.
And the only thing I have left are D&D things on my list. So why don't we split it up, and instead of it being D&D and not D&D, it could be, Jen, you have the first half of the stream, and I have the second half of the stream.
Yeah, perfect.
There we go.
Great. Oh,
We're making it up on the fly.
there, I like it. Let's see. Well, since we're already talking about Jeff,
Well, great segue.
yeah, we're already talking about Jeff. So he had he's had a couple adventures this week. So
Uh-huh.
the easy one. Start with it. What the fuck is happening with this?
Someone finish it off!
Are you like weak to everything?
Electricity! 4 enemies left. Don't give up.
Well, just. Are you everybody? No, you're not everybody.
Are you everyone? Please, are you everyone?
I'm just gonna let you do. You're just gonna do that. So one of the things we're doing is you're gonna be the last person who stayed in our guest room. You're gonna be the last person. We're redoing our upstairs and we're moving a bunch of things around, and so the room that you stayed in is gonna become Jeff's Lego room, so we can have more
That's
space.
right.
And then what the Lego room is gonna be the new guest room. So he found some new display cabinets that he really liked to be able to protect a lot of his stuff from dust, to replace all those cases that were hanging up on the wall with all the minifigures in it. He's doing these display cases now, like these that are like bookshelf kind of things with glass fronts, so that way that he can fit more things in it, and he's gonna sell those old hanging ones.
Down.
So he got these from IKEA.
Okay.
And IKEA, it's this bookcase thing comes with, I think, like 4 shelves in it. But his plan requires that he has like 5 shelves in it or something like that. So, being IKEA, they actually make it really easy. They're like, oh yeah, you could just like buy an extra shelf. Like, this bookcase is whatever it is, like like $60. And then you can buy an extra shelf for like 15. He's like, cool. But, or I think, however does the math worked out? Maybe it was like, I think the bookcase was 16, comes with 5 shelves. That's what it is. Comes with 5 shelves on it. And it's like, you can buy an extra one for 15. He's like, awesome. He needs 6 extra shelves.
Uh-huh.
So it's cheaper for him to just buy an extra bookcase. And just not use the bookcase or the glass that comes with it to get the shelves out of it.
Of course, because that totally makes sense.
Yeah. I'll just get the new guy. So yeah, so he was like, he's like, I'm buying, it ends up being he's buying 2 extra bookshelves that he's gonna just take the shelves out of by the time he gets all the stuff he needs out of it, because it's cheaper to do that than it is to buy the individual shelves.
You know what? I appreciate the ingenuity there.
Yep. I don't care about you. I don't care about you. Go away.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
And then also speaking of Lego, he did a Lego. He does a lot of Lego deals through Facebook Marketplace. It's a great way to find a lot of local stuff. So he did one the other day. He found a lot of something. I don't have any keys because all my shit's gone.
Right, it's all gone.
Fucking fuck. Why is it giving me locked things though then? If it won't.
You can, like, during shuffle time, you can get keys.
Motherfucker. Anyways, so he finds this deal, and he never just like gets something blind. Like, so he goes and he meets them, and he kind of like pokes through the bin of stuff, making sure it looks like the majority of what he's expecting to be there is going to be there. Goodnight Logic. And he goes, okay, cool. I have, it looks like a lot of the major pieces are here, so, like, I'm relatively confident this is complete enough. Okay, cool. Here's your money. I get the stuff. He comes home. Now he starts, like, actually, like, parsing it out. And he's realizing that a lot of, like, most of the pieces are there, but the things that are missing are the high value things. The some of the minifigures that go for the most money are missing. The unique pieces that are part of the build, those are missing. And he's like,
Great.
fuck. So he messages this person on Facebook and is like, hey, I'm looking through it. It looks like these major pieces are missing. And her response was, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'll take that as a learning opportunity. You know, I was helping my son sell these things. We'll take this as a learning opportunity, and blocks him.
Oh, wow.
Okay? The story continues, because I wrote this down on my sticky note when that happened, because I was like, holy shit!
Seriously.
So a few hours go by, and Jeff's phone rings. It's a number he doesn't recognize. And he answers it, and it's this woman.
Uh-huh.
Because he had been texting with, like, the husband to, like, set up the meeting point.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I got your phone number from my husband. She's like, I was just trying to close the window, and the close button and the block button are right next to each other, and I can't figure out how to unblock you. I'm so sorry.
Oh, wow.
She
That
didn't
took a
actually mean to.
That took a 180. That was
Right?
I was not expecting that whatsoever.
Neither were we. She felt terrible, Venmo'd him like half the money back, and was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I mean it. I'm going to take this as a learning opportunity and, like, talk to my son about this, but, like, here's half your money back. So sorry about all that, and also sorry for how it looked.
You know, M. Night Shyamalan wishes he could write a movie like that with a twist.
Yeah?
Because I did not see that coming, and that was a lot more entertaining than most of his movies.
It was wild. It was like we're like making dinner, or let me not share credit for this. Jeff was making dinner because I'm a bad cook, and his phone rings, and like I could see like on his face, and I'm like, it sounds like a really like lighthearted conversation. But I was like, I don't have any idea who he's talking to, and he hangs up and then doesn't say anything, and I was like, all right, it was like a work thing or whatever. And then we're like halfway through dinner, and he's like, oh, by the way, that was the Lego lady. She blocked me on accident.
Well, there you go.
Oh, it was great. Yeah, it's her poems. It's absolutely her poems. None of y'all know about the fucking poems. So, but okay.
That's right. Yeah, no one else has enjoyed those lovely poems like you have.
Yeah. No, I don't want to run past you.
There you go. Keep on running.
Keep on keeping on. And enemy,
Hey,
be careful.
You're doing a great job, Jen.
Oh, thank you so much. God, I have like no soda pop.
You have no soda pop, but you know what? You have figured out the optimal strategy of just not engaging. Just keep on running.
Yeah. I hate it. Let's see. What else we got in here? Okay. More Jeff adventures.
More Jeff adventures. I love this.
So he, also more Lego. So he also, like, buys a lot of Lego, like, online through, like, some actual, there's, kind of a Lego, like, what I would call, like, a Lego-specific, like, Etsy, almost, like, except nobody's hand-making stuff. But, like, it is a marketplace specifically for Legos.
Okay, gotcha.
And called Bricklink, and so he'll like that's where he finds a lot of like singular pieces when he needs to like replace stuff that's missing from individual sets, or when he's looking for some specific minifigures, so on and so forth. And so like we routinely will get packages delivered, and our neighborhood has one of the it's one of the like the communal mailbox spaces.
Yeah.
We don't have a mailbox in front of our house. There's a big old set of boxes like you would have in an apartment complex at the front of the neighborhood. And then so we each all have an individual box there, and then there's also parcel lockers there for larger things. And anything that's too big, they'll just drive it to your house and leave it on your front door like they normally would. But we routinely have stuff in those parcel lockers. So he goes and checks the mail, and there's a key to one of the parcel lockers in our mailbox.
Okay.
And he's like, sweet, I have a thing. This is awesome. Goes to put the parcel key, like puts that key in the lock. And if you've never seen one of the parcel lockers before, it holds on to the key. Like when you put it in, you turn it to open it, the door opens, you can remove your package, but then the key is like trapped in the mailbox.
It's like those lockers like at a swimming pool, or like where you can like rent the locker.
Let me do it.
Something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's pretty much like that. So you like, and for those you have to like put a quarter in, and now the key will come out. And on this one, it's that you need the master key the postal worker has to be able to do it. So So he puts it in, he turns it, and the door doesn't open.
Uh-oh.
And before anybody's like, was it the right one? Like, it won't go into ones that aren't the right one. Also, they're all very clearly labeled. And it turned the whole way, but just the part where the door then opens, that part didn't happen.
Okay.
And now the key's trapped in there. So he can't, like, try to, like, return it, like, twist it again, like, pull it back out. It's just in there.
Mm-hmm.
But so is his package. His package is he can't get it. So he's like, well, shit. Okay, so I guess you would call the post office at this point? So he calls, and it rings and rings and rings and rings and rings and rings and rings for 5 solid minutes and then hangs up. There's never an answer. There's never any kind of like automated thing. It just rings and then hangs up. He's like, what the fuck? So he it's right, I don't have a fucking thing! So he does this like a couple of times and just nothing. And he's like, he's like, I don't want to like leave this here because like what if it becomes unjammed and someone gets to take my shit? He's like, also I have to like go back to work. Like, what's going on? What do I do? So eventually he was like, if I can't open it, nobody else can. Like this can't be this bad. And like we were Googling it, the #1 suggestion on Reddit is I'm not kidding, hit it. Just hit it with a hammer. That's the #1 suggestion. It's like, yeah, sometimes like if the package is like pushed up against the latch mechanism, it won't undo. So if you hit it and you can shake it loose, it'll open.
So basically the solution to all of Jeff's problems is to Fonzie it into working properly.
Yes.
Whether it's catching a bottle or your router or
opening this mailbox. So
Yes.
he took WD-40 to it and a rubber mallet and was smacking it and just nothing. So he goes back and he does his meetings and eventually later in the afternoon he ends up going to the post office. And there's like nobody there and they're like bored. So he walks up to somebody, he's like, hey, tried calling. Nobody answered. They're like, that's weird. Our phone hasn't rung in like several days. And they went, actually, it's probably weird that it hasn't rung in several days. So they figured out there was a new postmaster who came in. And when they redid phone, like automatic, like routing and whatever for like incoming calls, they sent it to a number that they were 1 digit off. They sent it to a number that doesn't exist.
Oh no.
So the phone just hasn't been ringing for a while, and they're like, wow, everybody's really competent about their mail and don't need anything. No, it's because they had it routed to a number that didn't exist. So thanks to Jeff, they know this now, and they fixed it.
Well, I love that Jeff not only Fonzied his way into a solution, but it actually helped a larger organization.
Yeah.
So... yeah, Jeff's pretty awesome, except for almost shattering his ankle. But
yeah. Other than that,
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah, it's not too terrible.
Jen, bit of a non sequitur. Back to Persona. Fun fact about this floor: this floor is one of those non-procedurally generated floors, which means it's the same in every game.
Oh.
Which means I can tell you exactly where to go to minimize the number of encounters you have.
You could do that, or I could just stumble through it like a lunatic.
Well, what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna stumble through it. Why
Okay.
not?
Yeah, I definitely won't tell you you're going the wrong way.
No, you're fucking with me. Oh.
Every time you open a door, you're gonna get into a fight, so...
Let me just fucking... So, I mean, like, looking at this map, it feels like the first one I went past is where I should go, but I feel like that's what it wants me to think.
No, that's the one you want to go... Well, how about this? Instead of me giving you GPS turn-by-turn you need the right corner. However, that's up... But,
Oh, fine, Robot James, fine.
Well, no, I mean, you can do it yourself. Just get to the upper right corner. You'll be fine. I don't want to remove your agency, Jen. I'm just here to be a voice coming out of your microphone.
Gotcha. God, I have so little soda pop.
I know.
God,
Yeah,
fucking damn it. All right, just shoot that.
It's quite tenacious.
4 of them. You need to thin them out.
All right, what else do I got? Okay.
Sassy is saying yes. Damage government property. Woo.
Okay,
Yes.
So
Stick
here's
it to the man.
So here's the funny thing. Okay, so when I forgot, the story's not actually over. So when he gets to talk to somebody, they're like, unfortunately, they're like, the person on your route is the only one with the keys, and they're done for the day. So like, we can't do anything about it tonight. They're like, we will make a note for them to move it to a different parcel locker tomorrow. Very sorry about it, but like, we can't do anything. And so even this post office worker was like, yeah, that happens sometimes. Just take a hammer to it and like hit it lightly a couple times. So even the post office worker is like, yeah, just attack it a a little bit.
Rough it up a little bit, like
Yeah.
it owes you money.
Exactly.
Like it's a woman who blocked you on Facebook after.
Defeat it.
No, yeah, I never condone violence against
We'll
people.
work on it.
Please,
This should be a snack.
joking, everyone.
I don't have the thing out. That's fine, whatever. So there was that. It was a good time. I don't...
Good move.
Yeah, that's right. Fall over. Yeah!
Now, Tokun,
Well,
your
they're
defense is
doing the
down.
job for you.
Perfect. Kick it real good. All right.
Uh, Flashfire going with an old school quote, number 5.
It's beautiful.
Tenacious.
I'm trying to think what game you could have possibly been playing when you first started the quote bot.
God, I don't even know. I know, like, some old, like, when I was still playing Stardew by myself quotes are in here. So, it's been a while.
I couldn't do it. Senpai, your
Yeah,
offense
maybe
has
it
been
was
lowered.
your significant other from Stardew, single
Yeah.
player.
Well, no, what I know what this was to say, I just want to, like, I was just trying to say, I just want to do a thing, but then something backfired and, like, something bad happened. Like, I think I probably, like, took, like,
Oh.
whatever game I was playing. So I think that was two separate ideas that became one sentence. I think it was
Gotcha,
just me going,
because-
like, here, being like, I just want to open the chat, fuck! You know, like, that kind of thing. I think that's what happened.
I mean, you could have been playing Mass Effect for all we know, and
Yeah.
Garrus was on
We'll work
screen,
on it.
and
This should be a
Fair.
snack.
Did I stream Mass Effect when I played it? I don't know if
Maybe.
I did.
you know what we did stream us playing Mass Effect 3 multiplayer,
We did do some of that, yeah.
You're on a roll,
which was
Senpai.
a lot of fun.
That
I
was
had
a
lot
ton
of
of fun. You guys, I was just constantly unconscious and you kept having to revive me. I'm so
Senpai,
bad
your
at
offense has been
shooters.
lowered.
I'm so
So-
bad.
Couldn't quite beat
Yeah,
it.
so that's a so the character that I played was a character adapted for Jen's first-person shooter strategy, which was I went Vanguard. I went Vanguard and I named him Heal Please.
Yep.
And if, for those who don't remember, the fun thing that the Vanguard can do is do that like biotic, like sprint to like knock everything over in a straight line. I didn't actually use it to knock enemies over. I just used it to get the Jen faster to revive her.
Yeah, it was really bad. Can we talk about how mean it is? It keeps giving me high number money up cards.
That is very mean.
All of them have been high. This is dumb and I hate it. Anyways, yeah, it was just constantly healing me. Every once in a while, I'd have like a really good moment, and I was just mostly down. Just mostly
Like,
down.
and Jen's dad, it's like every minute or two, it's like, hey Jen, you still up? Good.
No.
Life check. Everyone's still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that this persona's just named Seth.
Seth, yeah. You should see my cousin Kevin. He's here too, somewhere.
Hey, Seth. God.
Why don't you get rid of get rid of Jin. Keep Cert because Cert is very useful
Oh, okay.
for other fusions that we may be doing. If you need to make a trip to the Fox right before the boss fight.
Gotcha.
I gained a level.
Can I even do that? I don't have my go-homes.
So you've been picking up Sacred Branches, which act as go-homes.
Okay. There we go.
Flashfire, you're right. He is the Egyptian god of evil
Oh,
and
shit, really?
deserts. Yeah, it's the No, you're right. It's Seth. It's the Egyptian god of deserts and death. Because when you go out into the desert, it usually means you're gonna die.
Yeah.
So
You know, I mean, that tracks.
Look at that. You're learning. You're getting a good education playing Persona. Learning about different cultures and myths. And...
So wait, so Egyptian god, there's a Seth and a Set? Because I remember Set is an Egyptian god.
Here, I'm gonna look up Set right now.
God, what is with this fucking hand?
Egyptian gods. Set. So Set is the god of war, chaos, and storms. It looks like a jackal's head on a human body.
Yeah. Seth, I guess, was dragony or something weird.
Yeah. Well, he's always apparently imperceivable because it's a black dragon and he only comes out at night. So it's like you're in a pitch black room and you have to find the black cat. And it's like, oh yeah, there's totally a black cat in here in this room I can't see.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You just kick it or hit it with your fan or whatever the fuck.
Boy,
That was actually
good kill.
that was a very strong fan hit.
Yeah, it was. Huh. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, this is fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
Spectral Raven. It's very pretty. I kind of feel bad about killing it.
Chie-senpai's been
All
Just a little
right.
here.
Yeah.
I
She
let my
countered
guard
from
down.
the ground.
3 of
That's
them.
great.
Don't give up now, okay?
Okay, what else do I got?
Ashley, I would be more upset, but that was actually very well played. So kudos to
That was very good. I can't even be mad about it. Okay, this is overkill. Yeah.
Oof, that looked like it hurt.
Let's see. I'm gonna save that one for a hot second.
you. Ooh.
I had an awkward encounter today.
No. Not an awkward encounter.
I know, right? So some of y'all may remember that I worked on Walker, the Walker Texas Ranger reboot. I worked on it for a couple of months, and then I was like, this is not good for my mental health. I need to not be here anymore. And I ended up, and that was around the same time I got offered a position with another company that was actually like a perfect mix of kind of my two worlds of doing film stuff and then my knowledge on science and medical things. And I was like, this is perfect. I will finish working on this until we get to the Christmas break. And then over Christmas break, that'll be the transition to a new person. I gave them like a month heads up. I found my own replacement and trained her. And I was like, here you go. We had just finished filming episode 4 at that point. So it was like a very clean break period. And so even though film is weird where people take you leaving a project very personally, even though it's actually very common. It is very rare that I have ever worked on a project where someone, like multiple people, did not leave throughout the production to go work on other shows. They're like, nah, this is better for me, so I'm gonna go. And you're like, well, that sucks because we have to replace you, but like, I get it. But people still take it personally. And so one of the things I struggled with before I made that decision was like the person I was working under, that boss, well, we're gonna call her Sarah, because she's gonna need a name for how long this story is gonna go on. Yeah, no, that's it.
Sarah with an H or without an H?
Sarah with an H.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Flash Rider, that's what I'm talking about. Like Walker on the CW, like that right now with Jared Padalecki, like I worked on that for several episodes. And I was the travel coordinator. And being a travel coordinator is like a thing. And working on doing that for Panic on Amazon was one thing, and then coming over and doing it for Walker was a different thing, and I was like, I can't. And I was like, and I have this other job opportunity, so like, yes, I'm gonna go do it. So people will still take it personally, even though this is routine in film very often, especially for long projects. Like the shoot that I'm on right now is it's a 6-week shoot. Someone leaving a 6-week shoot early, that's poor form. But when you're like, hey, this shoot goes on for 8 goddamn months, you're like, cool, I was on it for 5, I'm gonna go now. or even people who make it to like 7, it's like, that makes sense. Like that, but if you're like on a 6-week shoot, don't do that. So
Level up.
so I left, and I was like, the thing I struggled with was knowing that like that Sarah's like is one of like the major film players in Austin. Being on her list of people to take to new projects is like, you will always have work. That's how I went from Panic to Walker. Is she was my boss on Panic, and she was like, you're my crew now. So like when I'm going over here, I'm offering the spot to you first and foremost. But if she's decided that like you're on her anti list, that's bad. That's bad. And I was like, I'm afraid that if I go and do this, that like if I wanted to go back to general film, I'm boned, because she is not only such a major player that like it's like I'm no longer going to be a part of like her go-to crew, but also if she's already on a shoot and they go, hey, we have Jen here, she's gonna be like, no. Like that was a fear that I had. But I was like, I gotta do it, so like we'll just do it. Oh, Bufu. Do you have a Bufu? Because this will actually be great for everybody. Fuck, I don't have the general Bufu anymore. Shit.
You have buffalo wings, though.
What?
You have Bufala.
I have regular Bufala, but I don't have everybody Bufala.
Yeah. Mabuf. You don't have Mabufa.
Yeah.
Mabufala.
I'll do that, I guess.
Looking sharp, Senpai.
And now just kick somebody.
Darkness will work. This will be.
Just kick it.
It's tough.
And you can just shoot it. So I literally, even though like when I left, she's like, I completely understand. Like, good luck. I hope everything's great. She has not spoken to me since I left that show, and that was Christmas break. So 8 months ago.
Didn't even get a Christmas card.
Yeah, not that. No check-in, text, no, like the normal stuff that happens between film people, nothing. And like the 2 or 3 times I tried to check and be like, how's it going? Nothing. And I was like, all right, that nothing's happening. So where I'm currently filming, we share, it's a large studio, like it's a large studio lot. There's multiple stages and buildings at this place that I'll share one big old parking lot. Walker is sharing this parking lot with the shoot that I'm currently on.
Of course it is.
Do you know who I ran into in the parking lot today?
Sarah with an H?
Sarah with an H!
Oh no.
Which was not great because, to her knowledge, I left to go do another thing that was not like live, like she knew it was like a live broadcast thing, doing stuff like purely remote and online. So the fact that I'm physically at a studio space does not look good.
Oh, funny seeing you here. I was just clearing out my desk of something I forgot 8 months ago.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So it was, and this is, and what's funny is like so to be clear, I never had a desk at the Walker production office. So I couldn't even use that as an excuse, like, I realized I left something here 8 months ago. I was never part of that, and this is also not where the Walker production office is. It is where they're, like, doing a lot of filming, but their office is off-site somewhere else. So there were just, like, many layers over which this was not good. And so I saw her, and we made eye contact, and I was like, oh no, I can't ignore this now. So I went, hey, Sarah! And she's like, oh my god, what are you doing here? And I was like, oh, like the way she's saying it, I could tell. You could tell it was bad. And I was like, oh, it's like, I'm working on something over here with an art department right now. She's like, didn't you leave for like a job? I was like, well, yeah. I was like, I'm still doing that too. I'm just helping out over here for a couple of weeks doing something, helping out a friend on a shoot. She's like, okay, well, good luck. It was good to see you. I miss you. And it's like, miss you too, Sarah. I was like, it's like,
Cut back to the narrator. She did not miss her. and
No.
She did not miss.
I was like, this is uncomfortable. This is uncomfy. I don't like it.
Just 2 left.
But you know
Come on,
what?
this
You
fight's
should
not over.
you should workshop it. Put it in your 5 minutes of stand up.
There we go. Yeah.
You should
yeah.
you should turn your discomfort into entertainment.
Someone
That's
and then-
that's why I stream.
You own the discomfort now. It has no power over you.
Yeah. Alright, so we got
Yukiko-senpai,
that?
are you okay?
Yeah, you did fine.
I don't even remember what this one. This was a leftover from last time. So there's an ant on my desk? What just happened? Where did you come from, tiny friend? Are you a bad kind? Are you red? What are you up to? Why are you here all alone?
I escaped the Isabel. Please
Oh
give
my
me
god,
sanctuary.
right? Dude, okay, Isabel's not on my list. Let's talk about Isabel though.
Okay.
Oh, she's gotten very large. Very large.
Isabel's very sensitive about her weight.
She got very, very, very big, and then got much smaller again. There is a ping pong, I'm not exaggerating, a ping pong ball sized egg sack.
Oh no,
On
there's
her
other
web.
Isabels.
And I'm like,
Babies.
yeah. And I was like, that's too many. I was like, I can't guarantee your little babies aren't gonna be like, the weather sucks, I'm running inside. I'm very torn and I hate it. It's not good. It's like super not good. It's super, but yeah, she was getting very big and I was like, oh god, what happened? And then she was much smaller and I was like, now I'm more concerned. What happened? Yeah.
Where'd all the babies go?
How long is the lifespan of the spider? So apparently these particular spiders routinely, it's supposed to be about 4 months. And they usually apparently die about 2 weeks after laying the egg sac. So Isabel does not have much time left with us. Which on the one hand, I'm very jazzed about because god, it's a big fucking spider. But on the other hand, I'm like, man, Isabel, you did good, all right? You ate wasps from our porch area, so I have to props for that. But yeah, that egg sac showed up and I was like, Isabel, I love you. I'm gonna have to kill your babies. I can't. Oh.
No. Jen, I know we're gonna save D&D for later. That's too excellent a segue into part of my D&D.
Okay, all right.
So, we started a new campaign, my Friday crew, and our DM at the beginning of each campaign will talk with all the players about, things that they're comfortable with, things they're uncomfortable with, trigger warnings, if you will.
Yeah.
And he, the very first thing he said is, look, I will never do, any sort of sexual assault, anything like that. That's just
Good.
an area I will never go to. Don't even ask about it. Don't need to bring it up. It's not going to happen. I'm like, okay, I think everyone can get behind that.
Yeah.
Then his next question was, how does everyone feel about killing kids? And I'm like, and everyone was like, no, I don't have a problem with it. And I'm like, I kind of have a problem with it. Is this going to be a major thing in this campaign? Do I need to be, do you want to talk about it, champ? The fact that was the next place you went to, was that at the top of your mind? I have something great for chapter 2, but I hope you're not too squeamish. Should I be worried? And I'm like, I kind of have a problem with that, just a little bit.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons, but
Yeah. Sassy, it's a yellow garden spider. So if you want to look it up, you can. Don't everybody look away if you don't want to see. I'm gonna pantomime how large she is. Her body, I'm not kidding, is this big. Just the body, the whole thing. She's fucking huge. All right, I'm done now. If you can look, you can come back. So she's a yellow garden spider. Related, this is the last D&D thing, but so when you brought that up, I'm glad your DM does that. I saw the worst discourse happening on Twitter the other day.
Oh no.
Because someone tweeted the exchange that happened at their D&D table. They're it fortunately was not between me, but it was one of my fellow players and our DM. Is one of the players said like, okay, cool, I grab this character and kiss them. And that player was like, you do not. And the DM went, roll a strength saving throw.
Nope.
No! That's so fucked up on so many levels. Consent should not depend on dice rolls.
Nope.
Absolutely the fuck not. So yeah, I couldn't believe, that was the thing that happened at that table. And then there were people who were popping out of that tweet trying to defend it, and being like, "Well, it is like a fantasy game, and like it's not real." And like it's like, no. The player said hard no. End of discussion.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
No, yeah, I think it's a very good thing to talk about consent and other things that can I know trigger and trigger warnings have been that phrase has been dragged through the mud, but for lack of a better term, yeah, that with your DM before you start, or if you come into a new game, an established campaign as a new player, like have that conversation not only with your DM but other players as well, so that everyone's on the same page. So yeah, so I'm glad our DM did that. I'm still a little concerned about the killing kids comments. Like now I'm going to be thinking the whole campaign. Like, where would he have put this? Like, where would this have been in the campaign?
It's an evil orphanage.
Yeah, an very evil orphanage. These aren't orphans; they're just gnomes. But yeah, I will save the D&D talk for later. Yeah, but that it was too good a segue of like, yeah, we're gonna kill Isabel's kids. Like, okay,
yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth and like.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's absolutely fair. Yeah, I'm with Liz. I think the only reason you'd be like make a strength saving throw is like, cool, how bad do you fuck this person up? For trying this, like, do you just kind of gracefully dodge, or do you eat them off a cliff?
Yeah, like, is this person waking up with a concussion, a broken nose, or not waking up at all?
Exactly. Yeah, that's the only way that's acceptable, and that's not what was happening. Yeah. So anyways, we'll get back to that stuff later. So since we kind of, for me, had like segued to like some work stuff, talking about like running into people on the lot and all of that. So we share a parking lot. We share a lot with Walker and other productions. There's other things that happen there. Yeah. But our building is, and some of the buildings are split between productions, but our building is strictly our production. Like, that's it, and it is a well established. It's not like we're in there just for this production. Like this production company has been in this building for a couple of years at this point. That is their building.
There's a moat, not like a ball of light, but like an actual water moat.
Yes. So since we're now filming, the building is mostly empty because we're not building the sets there anymore. We're not doing any of the prop fab. Most of the production office, like, they're on set now. So it is just a few of us. So it's got these big old bay doors that open because, like, you need to be able to, like, move sets in and out and things like that. It's not just like a little side door thing. So the bay doors just kind of like stay open because otherwise, like, this is a big old, essentially kind of like warehouse. There's not AC. There's some fans, but it's Texas. That's not helping a lot. So we'll leave the doors open to at least get some like breeze going. So the doors just like hang open. Never really been a problem. I'm outside helping load a vehicle, and these two guys drive up, park, get out, don't see us loading the truck off to the side, because, like, we're, like, around, like, the way it's oriented, you'd have to, like, know we were there, or watch us walk behind there to, like, see it. Park, get out, and just walk into our building.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, I don't recognize them. And it doesn't mean they're not part of our production, but this is weird. So I tell the person I'm helping load, Steve, we're just gonna use Steve now. I was like, hey, I'm gonna be right back. I need to make sure these guys are supposed to be here. So I walk into the building, And they're like going through our entire like prop shop area, like all of like where all of our set decorations and stuff are. There's just racks upon racks of props, of decorative things, of materials, blah blah. And they're just like going through it. And I bust out kind of my teacher mom voice. And I was like, "Excuse me, gentlemen, is there something I can help you with?" And they're like, "Oh, we're just looking around, thanks." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "I don't recognize you as part of my crew. Can you let me know who you work under?" And they're like, "Oh, we're from this production." And I was like, "Great. Well, this is actually a building that belongs to this other production, so unless you have a meeting with somebody here, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave." And then I just kind of like stood there and said, and these are like kind of beefy dudes. They are much taller than me. They are much more built than me. And it's just me and then these two dudes. And I'm just like not leaving. And they go, "Oh, well, like you said, it's this company is," and they like said a name of a person, but did that upward inflection. They're like, "Is Bob here? So we can talk to them." And I was like, "Bob is on set right now, but I'm sure if you email him, he'd be happy to set up an appointment with you." And I just kept kind of staring at him. And then they scurried out, got in their truck, and left.
Good for you.
So then I immediately go and text Bob, and I'm like, "Hey, you weren't expecting anybody, were you? I want to make sure, and if you weren't, I'll let security know, because there's security on the grounds, and just be like, I'll let them know, but I don't want to jump the gun and let them know and be like, no, actually, I forgot I was supposed to do this meeting." He's like, "No, I don't know who the fuck they were. Absolute security knows." So I message security, I Slack them, and I go, "Hey, this is what just happened. This is what I did. I'm going to keep our bay doors closed now for a while, but I figured you needed to know." And they're like, "Fuck, yeah, absolutely. Thanks for letting me know. I'll get in touch with their management." It's like an hour goes by, and he messages me back. He's like, "Okay." It's like, "I've talked to them. It should be good. They have apologized, and they're going to have a conversation with their people about how that's not their building." He goes, "Number two," he goes, I was looking through the security footage." He goes, "It's these two people, right?" And he sends me screenshots from the security footage, which is much clearer than I expected, and not where I didn't know there was a camera there.
Now Jen knows how to pull off the perfect heist now.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Now I know where the cameras are. So he's like, "It's these two people, right?" I go, "Yeah." I was like, "You'll know it's them because about 5 seconds later, I walk in after him." He's like, "Oh yeah, I saw that happen and I was cheering for you." I was like, "Perfect, thank you." He's like, "I ran it back and other people watched it, and we just watched you like speed walk in, watched you gesticulate, and then they ran away with their tail between their legs. It was great."
So fierce. So fierce.
I was like, "Thank you." He's like, "You get a gold star." I was like, "Oh, thank you, I appreciate it." Yeah. So that was super fun.
And you can redeem that gold star for some production bucks.
Exactly, yes.
Get
All
like
right.
get an eraser top.
I don't think I care about this.
You do care about that.
Oh, okay.
That is get rid of maybe Belial. I don't think we'll need Belial. Yeah.
He just looks so dejected.
Like, all right, just send me away. It's fine. I'll take. Yeah, the pretty bird is better.
The Your Major energy coming back strong. Yes, it was definitely some of that. It was wonderful. But yeah, so like that was a lot of fun. The other thing that was super fun. So there are some names that are just kind of common. You know, like Paul. Paul is a very common name.
Very, very common.
We have multiple Pauls on our production team. Lots of Pauls on our crew.
Lots of Pauls.
Thankfully not multiple Pauls within the same department.
Mm-hmm.
But there are still 6 people named Paul. Okay?
That's a lot of Pauls.
So, here's the problem. Is if Paul A calls someone on the crew, let's say calls Steve. Poor Steve's having a bad time. Paul A calls Steve and goes, "Hey, it's Paul. Can you do a run for me?" And Steve, being super helpful, is like, "Yeah, of course. What do you need?" "I need you to bring this to me." But Paul A is in the production office, and Paul's B through F are on set, and Steve has never, like, talked to verbally any of these Pauls, and he only knows the Paul that's on his team. He's gonna think I need to go to set.
Oh no.
Do you know how many times that has happened? Because none of these fucking Pauls identify themselves. There's like, hey, it's Paul, can you do X? So like, I had somebody today be like, hey, where's Paul? I was like, you're gonna have to be way more specific. They looked at me weird. I was like, there are 6 Pauls on this crew. I was like, one of them is 10 feet that direction. One of them is currently in Bastrop. One of them, I was like, they're in multiple places. So like, are you looking for the production coordinator? Are you looking for electrical? Are you looking for art? And they're like, oh, like it didn't occur to them, even after I was like, which one, that there would be more than one. And it certainly still has not occurred to any of the fucking Pauls. So like, they have accidentally done each other's paperwork.
That's awesome.
Because accounting's just like, oh, you're Paul, here's your shit. And they go, none of this looks familiar, but okay. And they fill it out. And they'll call somebody and be like, can you bring me this or take this over here or whatever? Or someone will just go, hey, can you take this to Paul? Someone else that's unaffiliated. They fuck it up too and don't say which one.
That's wonderful. This sounds like one of those logic puzzles of Paul A lives in a red house. Paul B has a pet dog. Paul C lives next to a red house. Like all of
Yeah.
like, okay, I need to piece this all together now.
There's only 3 enemies left.
Yeah.
You can win this.
It's been wild. So like every time someone calls me, like at this point I have them all in my phone, so I know which one is calling me. Because
Well, that's
I also
good.
don't just be like, everyone in my phone at this point, any film person, their name in my phone is first name department. They don't have a last name. It's Paul Art. It's Paul Grip. It's Paul Production. Like no one in my phone has a last name.
By the way, Paul Grip is a wonderful name.
I should use that in D&D.
Is that Exposition Elf? His name is
my
Paul
God.
Grip.
The Exposition Elf has way too much stuff going on.
You don't know that. He might be very bored right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, God, this is a good segue to something else that's on my list. It's not quite Breach, but is D&D related. But I still have one more work thing that I want to do, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna
Right.
save this. We'll come back to it. But we are gonna talk about Exposition Elf later.
Okay. Spicy.
Yeah. Final work thing I have is there was somebody on my team that like she got super stressed, super overwhelmed, super quick. And so she was one of the people who got kind of like snippy and snappy at me in that last week of prep. A lot of people did. She got like kind of bad about it. But for me, I was just like, whatever, like I get it. I'm not holding this against anybody. Like, we're gonna get past it and it's fine. No, you're still as that. Yeah, just shoot somebody. And I was like, not a big deal. And I was like, I think this is fine. Like, it's not fine that you're, like, acting like this, but, like, I'm not taking any of this personally. So something happened where I ended up on set very briefly, and I went to go have a chat with her, and I was like, hey, just like real quick, just so you know, she's one of the few people on the team that are on a weekly rate, which would normally mean that if she works extra days, extra hours or any of that stuff, like she doesn't get any extra pay. It's like, you get this much per week, like that's it. I successfully argued with production that anybody on a weekly, if they worked a 6th day, should get paid for a 6th day. And I was like, I understand that they're on a weekly, and so the idea is like however much work you need to do in a week is what you need to do. It's like, I get that, but here's the thing, you need this stuff to be done, and if they're not gonna get paid anymore, if I'm then, I just go, fine, I'm not coming in and doing it. I'm not giving up my weekend if I'm not getting paid anything. It's like, I think production, like, I don't think you need to pay them the overtime rate necessarily, but be like, cool, your weekly rate works out to this much per day, you will get that amount for that 6th day that you worked. I was like, that is, I feel like you need to do that, especially because of how much we're asking the art team specifically to work. And production said yes. So when we were talking, I was like, hey, by the way, when you get your next paycheck, you're gonna notice this. I just wanted you to know that's not an error. You don't need to talk to accounting. Like, I got production to like pay for that extra day. And she's like, oh my God, thank you so much. Like, that's incredible. So I leave set, I'm like halfway back, and I get a text. And I'm making sure that I needed to make sure the text wasn't like, oops, can you actually come back real quick? So like I pull over and I look at it. And the texts are going, hey, I just want to say like, thank you again. You know, like, I know we got off to like a really rough start, but like, I think you're a great coordinator. And I'm like, I didn't think we got off to a rough start. I feel like I'm learning some things right now about how maybe you were talking about me to other people.
You want to talk about it more, champ? Yeah.
It was just, I just loved it. It's like, I know we got off to a rough start. And I was like, I didn't know that. I thought you were distressed and like things were fine.
Ugh.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not going to say this to her, but I was like, it cracked me up. And I was like, huh.
Well, that's something new.
Yeah. All right. Who else do I want to get rid of?
Well, how about Suki?
Okay.
Because we can always resummon Suki, but
Yeah.
you're getting someone new and it's going right into the compendium.
Exactly.
I need to strengthen myself too.
Hey, yeah, 89.
Nice.
Yay, I leveled up!
Oh, yay, Chie, woo.
Anyways, let's see. Last non-D&D related thing I have on my list I'm very excited about because, and here's why I'm excited about it, is I wrote it and I went, man, I'm gonna send a picture of the sticky note to James and he's gonna be like, oh, what is this? And instead your reaction was, oh, I also have a story about that.
Yes, I do.
So I need everybody to know that written on my sticky note, the last thing I have left is, I'm not leaving anything out. It just says nipples! Exclamation point. And so the fact that James is like, I also have a story. I was like, what does this mean? Okay. I learned weird information.
Oh, go on.
Apparently, when you have a mastectomy and intend to have reconstructive surgery, so like if you do this for like cancerous reasons and things like that, and you're gonna have reconstructive surgery later, they will ask you if you would like to keep your nipples.
Well, that's
And
very nice. That's
Yeah.
nice of them.
And if you want to keep them, the best thing they can do to save them until you're ready for the reconstruction is graft them onto your leg. They graft them onto your thigh. So
How far down the thigh are we
that
talking?
was my question. I was like, do you have to be careful about your shorts? Like what? I have many questions about this now. Like, you have to be like, oh, those shorts are too short. My nipples will hang out. Like, what kind of weird ass thoughts do you have to think? What weird things do you have to consider at that point if your nipples are on your legs? Like, is wearing jeans uncomfortable? Like, I have so many.
I mean, would they still have the same sensitivity? I don't know.
Here's the thing is, I don't think they would have the same sensitivity, but it would still be like cool. Like if they've grafted it, like there's still like on the one hand, I don't think because of how the graft works, I don't think you reestablish like nerve connection. So I don't think you'd feel it. But like just out of thinking of like I don't want to damage my nipples, like, and you wouldn't necessarily feel it to know. But then the shorts thing was really bothering me.
Could you imagine, like, if you forgot about that and you just like randomly pick someone up at a bar and just like forgot to bring that up? Like,
Yeah, like
that's,
there's just so much. There's just so many layers to this.
that's a lot. That's a lot to unpack there.
Liz, thank you for putting context to that quote, so that way in like 6 months we don't go, what happened? Yeah.
I'm trying to think if like would there be a better spot?
Yeah, and that was the thing. I was like, okay, like where? Because I know like some other grafts or things like that, they'll do like they'll like take skin from like your lower back or your butt and things like that. But I was like, I wouldn't want to sit on my nipples constantly. I imagine that's not good for them.
Probably not.
Yeah. So there you go.
I think like maybe like the side of the chest, but no, No, I guess that really is the best spot.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking like what the ICD-10 code for that would be, because that has to be a specific skillable code. I got a homework assignment now.
There you go.
It's all for research. It's all for research.
Ashley asking if she can keep them in a jar. No, I don't think you can.
Just put them in milk. It's fine.
Oh! Anyways, you had a nipple story for some fucking reason.
Yeah, I did. So, you remember that wedding I went to in Annapolis that was kind of getting a little crazy?
How could I forget?
Like, how could I forget? So, this came up because, you know, my wife is very good at explaining things to me, but the party, like, near the end of the night was just getting more wild and more wild, like, just before we left. And, of course, it continued on for several hours after that. There was one woman in particular who was at this party, or at the reception, who was just losing her mind. Like she was mentally at a club, just dancing everywhere, twerking on everything.
Oh, God.
She was wearing a very not much material dress, and again, not judging for what clothes you choose to wear, but for those who've played Fire Emblem Three Houses, it's the dancer outfit. That is exactly what she was wearing. So, like, if you go Google Fire Emblem Three Houses dancer costume, you will know exactly what this girl was wearing. But there was so little material that you know, she's dancing, and then all of a sudden this pad comes flying and just lands next to my wife and I, and she quickly runs over, grabs it, and puts it on the table and runs back. I'm like, I have no idea what just happened. My wife's like, well, you know, like, if you can't wear a bra, you gotta have like a little like nipple cover.
Yeah.
So like and she twerked so hard that this pad went flying toward my wife and I in super slow motion, like me looking like I don't know what this is, and my wife's like, no.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, so not a super exciting story, but it was just funny that, like, you know, my wife and I are dancing, and it's like this girl comes scurrying to grab something by our feet. Like, what is this?
I like that her reaction was to just put it on the table and then keep going.
Yeah, no, don't stop. Like, the party is still going on.
Yeah.
That is not gonna stop her.
God.
You know, she was doing all of your favorite things. PDA at a like big old big old PDA, and then just grinding and dancing on everything and anyone.
Oh,
yeah, it's just,
no, I hate all of those things you just said.
Yeah, exactly. List can't kill the vibes. Galactic punt.
Yeah. It'd be better if you could punt the guy who's down, but okay.
Yeah,
Apparently he's a problem.
He's beating up this.
We're like he's like taking no fucking damage.
Yeah, he is not. What's he weak to?
Physical attacks.
Darkness won't work, so use
Oh.
just
You have plenty of fucking health, so yeah. Please just murder this man.
You're about to have a bad day.
Oh my God! Really?
Wow. That cost you more HP than it took out of him.
That, dear Lord. When this fight is done, I will need a break because I need to make more drink, and then we're gonna start tiptoeing into D&D, but not full on Breach, and then we've got plenty of D&D to talk about. I know.
Perfect. Good night, Liz.
Oh, good night. I'm glad you were here for the nipple talk.
This is Nipple Talk on NPR. Tonight's guest, we have Jen from the acclaimed Twitch channel Nolo Zelda. Hello, Jen. Welcome to NPR's Nipple Hour.
I hate this so much.
Senpai, that was perfect.
Before we get to that, we're having our monthly fundraiser because public radio is in dire straits and we could use your money. You can get a tote bag that says Nipple Talk on it.
Oh my God. All right, that's our next merch thing. We need a pin that says I hate all these choices. I think that was it.
Yes.
And a tote bag that says Nipple Hour. God.
This guy's very annoying.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to do any more things that use HP. Oh, come on!
I wonder, even though he's strong against elements, I wonder if elemental attacks still do more damage than a melee attack?
Let's find out.
We're doing science.
It did. It fucking did.
No, don't get scared. I'm with you.
I'm so mad.
Oofala.
Someone finish it off.
Oh,
Just
you know
do
what?
it. Come on, this
Can you
fight's
do
not over.
almighty damage like Megalodon?
Yeah, I did that to all of them earlier. It
Oh.
killed the other dudes and did like almost nothing to him for whatever fucking reason.
What a jerk.
Yeah!
Rude.
I was like, cool, it'll kill him, the other ones will go down, it's fine. This weird golden baby. Oh, he's making jam now.
Naoto-kun can't use her persona now.
How does he still have so much health? There's something happening here.
Couldn't do it.
This is fucking wild.
No, don't get scared. I'm with you.
Something is wrong.
I think he's just tough.
This is so fucking stupid.
Let's see. Let's look up this this guy here.
Yeah, sure, just take the reflect, that's fine. I took more damage on the reflect than I've ever done to him.
Chie-senpai's been hit. Hang in there.
Where's my girlfriend? Help us.
Please help. Just make him go away.
2 enemies
Just
left.
go away.
Don't lower your guard now.
What do I...
Darkness
Yeah, those
won't
are
work,
null.
So use something else.
Fucking hell.
Oh, okay. So here's the strategy.
Okay.
Use attack his summon minion with something that they're weak to knock them down, and then do a melee attack to knock him down. Then you can do an all-out attack,
Got
and then
it.
the all-out attack is going to do a lot of damage.
Okay, so I need ice with lightning.
Naoto-kun can't use her persona now.
Okay. Whoopsies. Yeah. It's gonna
gonna
fucking reflect!
Are you does your persona have lightning resistance?
I don't even know. I don't even care. I legitimately don't even care right now.
Okay. That's
Fuck
fair.
it. Fuck it! Perfect!
Okay, that worked. That worked out.
Alright, what were you fucking weak to? I already forgot. I need ice. There we go. Yes, do the ice. Son of a whore.
Right on,
And then
Chie-senpai.
I'm
kick
definitely-
Good.
Definitely gonna need a drink.
Kick the king.
Looking sharp, Chie-senpai.
Slap.
What the fuck?
Oh, instead of doing the all-out attack, she triggered the wake you up.
This is so stupid.
Right on, Chie-senpai. You're doing good.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad.
Good. Keep it up.
But you know, we figured it out now, so we'll just do the same thing to the
You okay,
little
senpai?
baby.
Hang in there.
I hate this. I'm getting flashbacks to like the second or third dungeon of this game where I was like, we're not gonna keep playing this. This is stupid.
This is a very stupid fight. I am not gonna disagree there.
Oh my god, a magic wall again. Can you get rid of the magic wall, bitch? Can you do that for me? Nope, not helpful.
Are you okay?
I can't believe you,
2
GA.
enemies left. Don't lower
Um,
your guard now.
yeah, that's fine. Just take the fucking hit. Just do it.
You actually healed yourself.
Can't use her
All
persona
right.
now.
This game's weird.
Well, because Yukiko has
Come on,
absorbed
this fight's
fire.
not over.
Okay.
So, since it reflected fire back at her, it just absorbed it as health.
Senpai, I got
No.
your back.
No.
Yeah, I
Don't-
don't know what he's doing.
Yeah. Then, yeah, hit the king. That should trigger an all-out attack.
Enemy down.
There we go.
Dear Lord.
Set. Yeah.
Girlfriend's coming in to help. so we
Thank
get a
you.
little 20% extra.
Please die. Please die. You Ah!
Naoto-kun can't
But that did a
use
lot
her
of
persona
damage.
now.
And if you knock him down, you get to do an all-out attack again.
Enemy down.
Do that. Beat the shit out of him. And then Twin Dragon him, please. Something. Anything. I cannot.
Last one. Go for it. Enemy down.
This is so wildly unnecessary.
Are you ready? All right. Yeah. Go, go, go.
Your girlfriend is trying so hard. She's doing everything she can to
Yeah.
help. He has a lot of hit points.
That's how many all-out attacks have we done now? And he's like half dead?
No,
Yeah.
you can't use her persona
Fuck it!
now.
You know what? You're gonna vampire. I need another drink. This fight's gonna be forever. So you have fun. I'll be right back.
Okay. Bye, Jen. Hey, everyone. I know we usually say nice things about Jen, but we're going to change it up. Let's say nice things about Mr. Wartburg. Because he is in the chat right now, and I see his name. Hey, Mr. Wartburg. Thank you for being a wonderful human being. If people in chat aren't aware of this, Wartburg does wonderful wood burnings, and he also does the fundraiser for Crohn's disease, if I believe correctly, and he does that every year and always raises a ton of money and is extremely popular and gets a lot of people to help out with that. So Wartburg is a genuinely superhuman being who is nice and generous and is a tremendous support to a lot of people, and I am very lucky that I have the privilege of knowing him and considering him a friend. So if you don't already follow him, please follow him. Watch him do his wood burnings. He'll post it to Twitter as well. He does amazing work, and he's also very generous with his time and talent. So, Wartburg, thank you for being you. Yeah, Ashley, not crimes, candle nights. I'm rocking out to Seek the Truth. A great soundtrack, Persona 4. Persona 5 has an excellent soundtrack as well. Actually, all of the Persona games have excellent soundtracks, and Shin Megami Tensei games. Actually, Atlus just makes really good soundtracks, and they have games attached to them. Mr. Wartburg, your thing was nicer, though. You know, if I had a nickel every time someone has told me that, I would have 7 cents. Hey, Dop. My mother was a saint who also had games attached to her. I hope you're doing well, Dop. Hope the family is doing well. No, it's all right. You know, there are worse things to have attached to your mom, and too bad you missed the conversation about 15 minutes ago. So if you want to go back and listen to it, I don't want to bear repeating it, but yeah, weird things were attached to people about 15 minutes ago. So I'll leave you with that little nugget. This Garrus is not going to burn himself. Yeah, you know, you're right. Jen, huge fan of the Garrus. And it's looking awesome from what I've seen on Twitter. It looks excellent. You know, I think when Jen leaves, and I have to vamp, she should pull up just like a picture of me on her chair, just so that people know, like, oh, like, where's the streamer? And who's this strange person talking out of the microphone? Dop, family as well, no COVID, although family that exposed them to COVID is on their third member positive. I'm sorry to hear that, Dop. I hope your children are doing well. I'm sure they're back to school now, and hopefully they're able to mask up. And I know particular words were exchanged in the just the middle household about the governor's decision to just make everyone unsafe, especially for my wife who works in the school district. So I hope your family is doing well and staying COVID-free. You know, I'm not going to read Ashley's thing out loud. Everyone is capable of reading on this Twitch stream, so I'll leave it at that. Flashfire, I'm conflicted when I play FemShep. Should I romance Thane or Garrus? Now,
Garrus! Always Garrus!
Thane. Do Thane.
Garrus! Always
Thane.
Garrus!
Thane.
Before anybody says it, I know the tiara is missing. It's digging into my head. I took it off on purpose. Always Garrus! Always Garrus. Garrus is best.
All right. Now, Jen, now that you're back, I need to take a quick 2-minute break. So
Okay!
tag out.
Hi, Dop! What's up? See, James leaves and now we have a Dop. This is great. I did hear we were saying nice things about Wartburg, and I did miss most of them because I did have to take the headset off. Because my reception has been a little bit weird, but I do need to say, in case we didn't talk about, Wartburg's wood burnings are great, and I still have, I think it's one of the first ones he made where he said everything is fine, everything is totally fine. I pointed, it's right there. It's right there. Gave it to me forever ago, and it's right there, and then right next to it is a plaque that had, has my shield with my 2 pups on it, the swords and everything. They're both right there. I could see them. I still have them. Dop, how are you? What's up? This Garrus isn't gonna burn itself. God, I love Garrus. I almost, look, I know they did it as a joke, and I'm a very happily married woman, but I have repeatedly thought about buying that Garrus body pillow. I don't need a body pillow. There's nowhere for it to be. Gotta love Garrus. How are things? Things are things, you know. We're hanging out, playing Persona. Oh, I should, like, get back into this fucking fight. I managed to forget how terrible this was while I was gone.
Go to town, guys.
Okay. Wind would be great. Wind? You don't fucking have wind. Are you... Who is Wind? Oh, the person who's kinda down.
It's weak to win.
And I'm back.
Fire's not good for any of
Three of
these.
them.
Alright, I
Don't
guess
give
I'll
up
just
now,
hit you.
okay?
Why not? I'm so glad you're back!
Yay.
Great work, Yukiko-senpai.
What did you make, Jen?
So I have, I don't think we did it while you were here. I can't remember now. I have a very special, simple syrup that my, family sent me as part of my birthday present. That's a Mexican chili, syrup. And so I mixed that with some lime juice and some bourbon. And it's very good.
Well, it sounds good.
And then I top it with a little bit of soda water, like lighten it up a little bit.
Very
The Garrus
nice.
should be the name of the elf. Oh, yes. See, if we want me to be into this, we could do that.
All right, Ashley. I mean, you know what you have to do. I mean, his formal name is Richard Gethard, but you know everyone calls him Garrus for short. You probably have a wind persona.
It's weak to wind. This
Or
will be a
ice.
breeze.
Yeah, so wind will do them both.
A ménage à trois of wind, if you will.
I don't remember what your wind. All right. Yeah, Horace, what's up? Let's
Way to
just
go,
do it.
Horace. Picked him up randomly.
Yeah.
Coming in clutch.
So I do want to talk. We're gonna talk about Exposition Elf and the fanfic.
Ready to go. Just say the
But wait, is this all out or is this?
This is all out.
Okay, I wanted to make sure it wasn't like her thing.
Everyone.
So we're not fully moving into it, but it brought up something.
It brought up
brought up
something.
some-
It brought up something on
Brought up
Exposition
some-
Elf.
Brought up some emotions.
Is that what you? Okay.
Yeah, no, never mind. I'm gonna skip that. So this fanfic business, it is like all in good fun. All right. I made a joke. I made a joke out of character. I wasn't even there. And we've kind of run with it, and I'm cool with it. I think like I'm cool with it in that like part of me is like, oh god, I hate everything, but part of me's like, yeah, like this is what happens. Like this is fine. And I'm all for the joke of it. And God bless Ashley for also like checking in with me to make sure I was actually good with it and not in that kind of uncomfortable situation of I have to pretend I'm okay with this because there's people watching, but like really I'm not. So bless her for like actually making sure I was cool with it. But I do need to point, there is kind of this weird idea that like we are putting a show out into the world, okay? And when you put anything that you've created out into the world, you do lose some control over it. It's like, it will propagate beyond you, and people can do fan fiction and do art and like make their own theories about it and have their own discourse about it, and like they can have conversations about it and make decisions about you and or your characters and whatever, like all separate outside of you, and in ways that you may never even know about it. And we're gonna apparently stop having this very serious conversation to look at this very, very cute dog. Hey, buddy. Hi. Yeah, we're just a taco in our bed. Hello.
Oh, I'm up.
Mwah.
Puppy.
Okay. It's very cute. All right, thank you.
I'm sorry, I didn't know it was a serious conversation.
No, you're good. You're good.
Jeff, we're always
Ashley
having
is
serious
up.
conversations. You should know
Mwah.
better.
Yeah. So like on the one hand, like I recognize like we're putting a thing out on the internet. We don't get to control that anymore. And so I get that. But when you've got something where it is no longer your control, but it is constantly being put in front of you, and people are trying to like make you like an active participant in what they're doing with it, there becomes kind of there's kind of like a certain level of consent to that interaction that needs to be there. And so again, goes to like Ashley asking and making sure I was like okay with this happening. Fucking this guy. Yeah, we'll just do this. So there was an interaction, and I'm not, anybody who was present for it, you know, and I'm not trying to out you because, and I'm not going to name you, but like, I feel like you need to like take some of this to heart, okay? I love you. I still love you. I just want you to know that. I still love you. But conversation started happening in a public space, making a joke about the fanfic that is in progress. And at some point in that back and forth, I was like, no, I'm actually drawing a line here. I'm like, I don't like this. Like in a way that like this is now becoming like this is becoming a farce of itself, and now I'm no longer like how do I want to say, like willingly being dragged along for it. I'm just like, no, like now it's just like please don't, like please don't. And it continued beyond that, like, oh, like too late now, and I'm like, no, but like seriously, I don't like this. And I wanted to bring it up for the idea of like remembering that like these are all characters, this is all fake. And fan fiction is like, we're making something, a fake story about a fake story. Like there's so many layers to that on the one hand you'd be like, it doesn't matter. But it is something that I have a stake in. I have an emotional connection to this character. And by trying to actively involve me in this, you're needing to ask my permission for me to be involved in it, and I'm like, nah, man, and you're still pushing? That's not okay. That's not okay. Like, even if it feels like a dumb, weird line for you, if I'm like, no, I'm drawing a line here, like, that's the end of that conversation.
Even dumb, weird lines are still lines.
Yeah. I got so mad about it, I did the wrong move.
You know, it happens to the best of us, Jen.
All right, guys, pile
Yeah.
on. Ready?
Oh, and now we're gonna pile on.
It's showtime.
So,
Are you
I
ready?
know it was one of those things that was a lot of it was in like good fun, and people didn't intend, like, I think it's one of those things like knowing when a joke is dead and like stopping.
Come on, this
That can be
not
difficult,
over.
especially in a text medium. But if the phrase, no, seriously, I'm drawing a line happens, maybe go with that.
Yeah, this isn't a roll for strength check. This is
Exactly. I mean, it's not nearly as bad as that by any means, but I'm just like, oh.
You hit the enemy.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Please do that. Can this be done? Can this fucking fight be done?
Yay!
Thank you, Jesus. Anyways. So yeah. So like, and Carl, I want to point out, like, the typo in the original one was not the problem. I was just like, oh no. They did not set a correct tone for where the rest of it went. That's for sure. But like that wasn't the problem. But it was like, I was like, I hate this. Please don't do this. And you're like, haha, it's the thing now. And I was like, no, like seriously, don't. Too late. We already did it. It's like, no, but like, please don't. Anyways, wanted to just do that little rant. If you're asking for a creator's input on something and they say, no, please don't, and you go, we're doing it anyways, then you shouldn't have said anything to them to begin with, and now you're just being disrespectful. Awkward silences, anyways.
Yay. No, we just gotta let the silence permeate so it goes from short-term to long-term memory.
Yeah. Anyways.
Electricity will work. This will be easy.
Hey, you did it. And you know what? You beat the mini boss. So just imagine what the boss is gonna be like.
That didn't need to be that fucking absurd.
Everything. This is Persona. Everything is absurd. Absurdity is. I mean, Persona is Greek for absurdity. I don't know.
Is
if that's
it
true.
really?
Don't fact check.
Okay, I was like, what?
Again, if you say something very confidently, it's usually enough to buy you 5 seconds of time to run away.
Especially because it was you. I was like, yeah, okay. I believe most things that James would say, so...
And that is the first critical mistake.
Yeah, and I recognize that now. Ugh.
Big fire. Big fire, do big damage.
Finally, the big move does big damage. Only other thing I have on my list that's not Breach related. I've been doing some campaign planning.
Campaign planning?
Because the campaign I was running died. And I'm still very sad about it, and I will be sad for a while.
I'll pour one out for other campaign.
Thank you, appreciate it. Just 'cause I had stuff I was just excited about. I was like, I can't wait. Like, and we were like right there. We were like right at the edge. I'm like, yes. I'm like, next session, this shit's gonna pop off, and then I get to finally like do this dump of like how all these things are like connected. Like, yes, it's gonna be great, and it just died. And it sucks, but whatever.
I'm sorry.
But
it's character building.
Yeah, let's go with that. So I'm building. That one had started as I started with one of the pre-written modules because it was my first time DMing. And I was like, I don't want to have to worry about building a world and building all of these things while I'm also learning how to DM. So I was like, I'm gonna start with a module, and then once we kind of finish the module, I kind of like homebrew spun out from there. So right now I'm like building a world and like figuring out like what that is, and I'm making my setting for this, and I kind of have a rough idea of how I kind of want things to start and kind of like what other things are happening in the world that are things they can interact with. So I'm starting to do this.
Building a whole new world.
I'm building a whole new world.
A magic place.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let it go. That's what she's on.
You're gonna let it go. Let it go.
Hey, Marie's bad poetry. Let's look at that.
Yes, ma'am.
So am I all right? No, I'm not all right. There's so much going on, and yet so little going on at the same time.
Memories of love.
Ugh. I hate all of this. No, don't.
No. Emotions other than anger.
Yeah, I was like, if it's an emotion other than sarcasm, I don't know what to do with it. I did get a chest key. Sure, open that one. Motherfucker!
Don't worry, you'll still get the cool item that's in there.
I'm mad on principle. So I'm starting to do the world building, and the one thing I was thinking of the other day, and I was like, I'm trying to figure out my pantheon. I'm trying to figure out what gods I want to use.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
And when I first started thinking about, like, even before the other campaign died its terrible, tragic death, I was thinking about, like, okay, what, like, I was like, I love Greek mythology. Like, I have loved that for a while. And then, like, I was also, like, super into Hades at that exact moment. So I was like, yeah, like, let's go with, like, let's make, like, a Greek god pantheon. Let's do that. And now that I'm actually building it, I'm like, I don't know if I want to, like, do that, because there's so many gods across, like actual, like, real world systems, and then also the different systems that exist within D&D. I'm like, fuck, I just love too many of these gods, so I'm, like, trying to, like, pick gods.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate it, and I want to know everybody's, like, I want to know here, like, your opinion on, we're going to talk about one in particular that you suggested, and I had a very visceral reaction to it. But, like, I'm curious about, like, either in D&D or just in general, like, your knowledge of the world, so, like, what people's, like, this is sound like a weird sentence, what people's, like, favorite, like, gods of mythology and stuff are.
I would say when I was, like, high school and college, Greek and Roman gods were fun. This is what I was most familiar with. You know, I took Latin, I took a little bit of Greek, so obviously there was a lot of them involved in our language classes, so very familiar with that. Then I migrated to Norse mythology, you know, with Odin, Thor, Loki, Freya, and those are pretty interesting as well. And then I started moving to Hindu gods, because there are tons of Hindu gods. And it was really at that point where it was really clicking that, you know, just in polytheistic religions, there are a lot of overlapping gods. Like, you know, everyone has a god of war. And then sometimes you get very specific on, like, what kind of war, like the difference between Athena and Mars.
Yeah.
Or Athena and Ares, I should say. I need to keep it consistent. So, you know, there's a lot of, you know, jobs, essentially, you could have gods fill. So, like, when you're building a campaign, you know, think about the different, like, I would think about the different cultures that are at play. So, you know, everyone's probably going to have a war god. So if you want to really separate the different, like, either countries or regions, and they're going to be culturally different, it would make sense that they would culturally have different gods, or at least gods by different names that still functionally perform the same thing. Like, they would still have the same portfolio and domain. Like, you would have, you know, Odin and Athena would have a lot of overlap between Norse and Greek pantheon, and Vishnu would have a lot of overlap with Odin from Hinduism, and Izanagi would actually have a lot of overlap with Odin from Japanese mythology. So I think it really just depends, like, if you're going to go for, like, the out-of-the-box D&D, which has, like, this is the pantheon, and it doesn't matter what part of the universe or, you know, multiple planes of existence you're on, these are the gods. Or if you want to do something like, okay, if I'm in this country, it's going to be more Greek inspiration, and if we go further north, maybe we'll pepper in some early Germanic and Norse mythology. It really just depends on how big a scale you want to build your campaign, and what you're envisioning. Like, if different cultures, is it going to be monocultural, or are you going to keep it a surprise for whenever it's time to unbox it for everyone?
Oh yeah, no, I've already decided kind of what the size of all this stuff is, which is why I was having trouble picking things.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to say anything more than that, just in case anybody who is listening, and or possibly you, if you're free, like, if anybody that's witnessed this conversation ends up being in this campaign, I don't want to say anything more. But yeah, like, I'm trying to select some gods. I've already pulled 3 that I'm like, yes, these are gonna be involved in these ways. But I was just trying to, like, think of all of the other gods I wanted to look at, and I was like, God, there's just so many good ones. So then I was like, this is just a good conversation of, like, what everybody's favorite gods kind of are, from all the things. Like, I want to have a relative, like, even if you look at D&D, even with the pantheons they've already kind of got pre-built, there's just so many. I think that's too many. I'm doing a much more limited selection for my regions. So I'm trying to narrow things down, and then also picking from not just any one like pre-built pantheon. Be like, cool, like I like this idea, I like this idea, I like that one, like do these things. Yes.
Cool. Well, I'm excited to hear more about it. Ashley, if you like Hecate, you should play Persona 5 because that is a usable persona for one of the characters.
There we go.
Yeah. More Persona 5 evangelism. I'm partially biased from the D&D universe. I like the Greyhawk, oh boy, Greyhawk.
Oh, you got all cut outy and robotic-y and...
Am I back?
You are back.
Cool. Yeah, it's like, oh no, James is going to be talking about 3.5 edition. Cut him out. Yeah, I prefer the Greyhawk Pantheon because I'm most familiar with that because that was the primary Pantheon my old Nashville D&D crew would use in their 3.5 campaign. So that's why when you ask like, hey, what would be a good god to bring in? I'm like, oh, you should bring Weegis in because Weegis was original Desagen's goddess and was super good to him and loved learning about Weegis and her story and the weave and like this nice blend of necromancy knowledge, but like good necromancy, not evil necromancy. It's such an intriguing take on magic, and it seemed perfect for a wizard like Desagen. And I said that, and you had a very visceral reaction to that comment.
I went, no, absolutely not. Because
like, wow, someone likes Torm.
So she was kind of responsible for the apocalypse that happened in my last campaign with Aaron.
That sounds like something she would do.
And it wasn't like entirely her fault. The way Callista viewed it, this was entirely avoidable, and the fact that it was avoidable was her fault. But effectively, like, she was the reason for like everything that was happening that was so terrible to all of us, and like ultimately why we were stuck in this time loop thing, and ultimately why we all died a terrible death repeatedly, and also like why all the bad stuff almost became permanent, and why like our ultimate bad guy was like so bad. And I was just like, man, I'm not ready to deal with this bitch again. Cannot do it.
You can have the redemption arc for her.
I'm like, no, but it was so funny. It was so funny when you're like, oh, this got it. And it was funny because like I hadn't heard of her before until we did that campaign, and like Aaron's like, here's like your player doc, and like she's the basis effectively for like the origin of this world. And I was like, I don't know anything about her. This is very interesting. And then everything sucked, and I was like, I don't like you.
Yeah, I like her. So I like her lore a lot. I don't know if Aaron delved into her lore during the campaign or like made some adjustments to it to fit his campaign.
Oh, he definitely made adjustments. So
okay, yeah. So like if you go onto like the D&D wiki and just look up Weegis, it is a very interesting read to see how they play with, you know, the portfolio of beauty, knowledge, and necromancy. It seems like a very odd blend, but it somehow works really well in how Wizards of the West Coast set her up.
Okay. Let's go. Yeah, it was one of those things. I was like, I didn't want to like go looking her up and like learn anything maybe I shouldn't
right
before we got into things. But then after it was all done, and he was like, yeah, I did change things when you go look it up, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I went and looked her up. I'd found some things on accident while I was doing research for some shit that was going on in the campaign I was running. Because I was looking up stuff I was looking up stuff related to the Raven Queen, and the thing I was looking at like was like, oh, it's like this goddess, and like just dumped a bunch of stuff. I was like, I need to stop reading, but I'm wildly concerned about this association now. And then Aaron was like, no, I changed some things. I was like, okay, good, because I got real fucking nervous. Like, fuck. But yeah, so I went and looked at stuff later. I was like, oh, like, she sounds very interesting. It's a real shame that, she was the reason, that, like, we all died and one of us got essentially banished forever. So there were many facets that I'm just like, I'm not ready to deal with you yet.
That's fair. That's fair. You know, one of the things that I found particularly interesting, especially when I was first getting involved in D&D, we were like learning about Weegis and her relationship with Mystra, who manages the magic weave that's like the reason that magic exists in the world of D&D.
Yeah.
Now, have you, like, I don't want to be going into too much detail, but like, do you know, like, have you heard about the weave and get like an understanding of it?
Like on like a very basic level, I haven't, like, it hasn't been super relevant, like on the technicalities of it have not been super relevant to the games I've played and the games I've run. So it's like, I know enough, but I would say I'm not like a pro level or anything like that. It's not like Blood on the Clock Tower where I know a lot about the game.
Where you know a lot about it, like how
this is my spy.
Like how spies register as evil. Yeah.
Fucking spies, man.
I know. I hate people who play spies. Terrible people. The thing I liked about the weave, like especially when I was learning about D&D, was the mechanically why magic is the way it is. So the way it was explained to me as I was reading up on Weegis is that, so imagine this invisible, like, and this is for mostly people in chat, imagine this weave of strings that connects everything. And let's say you're next to an open fire. If you could perceive the weave would be vibrating at a certain frequency, and that's what is fire. That's what creates fire. So like what wizards, sorcerers, all of them do when they have like a semantic material and vocal component, imagine like when they're doing the hand gestures, they're like a musician strumming strings to try to replicate that frequency that is fire, and then the component or vocalizing something gives it shape into a fireball versus just like a campfire. And I always thought that was an interesting way of like why do I need to do hand gestures to cast a spell? Why can't I just say fireball and it happens?
Yeah.
So I always thought that was like a really neat explanation of magic in the D&D universe.
Yeah. Did I fuck up?
No, you're fine.
Okay. I also just now realized the floors are named after like emotions. I just saw memories of anger, and I was like, oh, they've all probably been like this, and I just now noticed.
Yeah, you were just on love. It's like going through the 5 stages of grief, but you're going through the insert number of floors here of Marie.
Perfect.
I don't want to spoil how long this dungeon is.
Oh my god. Hello.
Who's there?
Hey.
Marie-chan?
Hey,
How's
champ.
it going? You doing all right? Poetry's coming along. Been working on
I've
it.
been looking for you. What's with that getup? Something wrong?
Stay back.
No.
We've come for you.
That's right, Marie-chan. We're all here to take you back home. Come on, let's go, okay? I have no home.
You got something in your eye there, Marie.
You really should change out your contact lenses. It gets infected.
This is very uncomfortable because I've actually been fucking with my eye for the last like 2 minutes because there's something in my eye, and now I don't know if it's if I knew.
Jen, do you see the weave right now in your left eye?
I mean, it is my left eye I've been fucking with, so.
I had a 50-50 shot,
I mean,
and it
fair.
paid off.
Can't believe it. Why do you come? Why?
Asked that last night.
Marie-chan, listen. We don't know what memories have come back to you.
Any
or how bad
any
they
comments,
are.
Rise? No?
But nothing good's gonna happen if you lock yourself away in here.
I feel like I'm supposed
We
to
know
know
we're
something
being
about this
meddlesome,
outfit.
but
There's
we
something
wanna
about
help you.
this.
It hasn't come up in game, but it is a funeral gown.
Is
in
it?
Jap-
Okay.
Yeah.
You thought I was in danger, didn't you? That I might get killed by the shadows. It'd be better that way.
God, I really don't like that eye. Wait, does that eye look like what the other fucking thing?
Nonchalant whistling.
The not Adachi? I'm looking it up.
Amino Sagiri.
There we go.
Yeah. Nonchalant whistling.
That reminds me a lot of that eye. Yeah, it's that fucking eye. I don't like that.
This is a grave. My grave.
Oh, I thought she was done talking because I was like, she just stopped. I was like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, Senpai's right. We won't let that happen to you.
Shut up! You don't know anything.
Emmy-chan?
Emmy, Marie, neither of those is my name. I remember.
Neither of those are my
I
name,
remember
but
everything.
Oh, she remembers stuff. Oh no.
My real name is Kasumi no Okami. You guys fought Kunino Sagiri and Amino Sagiri, right?
I don't remember the first one, but yes.
the first one was the thing that came out of Namatame in heaven.
I'm the same as them. I'm your enemy. One of the ones who covered your town with fog.
Marie-chan is our enemy?
No way!
You serious? Kunino Sagiri and Amino Sagiri were those...
Fog monsters, yeah.
I
It sounds
remember
like-
them
like-
too.
Not a nice word. I don't know why it has like that mouth feel to it.
What word?
Fog monsters.
Oh, yeah.
They're those
It's
guys
like
that
someone
came
you
out
would
from
like, something you
Adachi
would call,
Baby
like,
and
hey,
that
you
Namatame
get out of
kid."
here, you fog monsters. Like, I don't know why you hate people from Louisiana, Dad, but okay.
That's what you remember?
That's right. Sneaking into the human world. Sensing the will of man. My role was to inform the Sagiri what the wish of the people was.
And it was just
That's why I'm the
steak,
only
steak,
one of them
steak.
that
That
was
was the only thing you guys ever talked about.
Even without my memory, my body fulfilled my role. In your words, I'm a spy.
Which is why she
Oh.
registered as good.
That's why she registered as good. That's you know, I was thinking about that as we were having that conversation, running to this floor. I'm like, yeah, there's pepper in some spy business here, because definitely not gonna come up ever again.
I hope we get to play this week.
Yeah, I'll check the standings right now.
Last time I saw there were only 5, and we need a minimum of 7.
We're up to 6 now.
Oh, well, that's good.
We're almost
You
there.
were spying without knowing it?
I think Aaron is included in that, so
Is he still? Because originally, like, after some people start clicking on it, he usually removes himself.
let me check again. You keep having this emotional exposition.
Do you understand now?
Not really,
he
but
did.
continue.
He did remove himself. Okay,
Hell
so
yeah.
yeah, we have
Something good.
6.
If I don't die, then your world will disappear. So, don't come chasing me.
Like see now here's the conundrum. If you were dating Marie, it's like, oh, do we
Marie-chan!
potentially end the world but save my girlfriend? Maybe.
Disappear.
What does she mean by that?
So Isla, I've also thought of that there's like some gods that I know I want involved, and then part of me wants to be like, all right, cool, figure out who's gonna play. See if there's anybody who's like, yes, I want to be cleric-y, paladin-y, something else that has an interest in the religion of the world, and be like, cool, is there a god that you love the idea of, that you love the history of, you love the mythology of, that you would like to have involved in that? It's like, cool, I'll plug them in. But
We just.
so I can't invite James to the campaign, is what I'm hearing.
Oh.
So I was like, I've thought about doing that, but I don't want to end up in a weird situation where I've purposely like left a gap in the Pantheon, and it's like, cool, whatever somebody picks, I'll plug in there, but it overlaps with one that I'm already like really jazzed about. And then there's the idea of like, what, like, if something is just like so out of left field that it doesn't fit with some of the other world bits. So I'm like, how do I tell them enough about the world that they could be like, I want to do this without it giving things away? So I was like, this is a future gen problem. So I picked 3. There's 3 that I have that I'm like, yes, this. And I'm gonna go, and then I'm gonna like just put that on the back burner, I think, for a little while I build out some of the other bits of the world. I'm excited about the idea that I had. I'm hoping that it actually, like, works. It's gonna be real sad if it doesn't. But I was like, it was on one of my walks where I was like talking to you, and I was like, cool, I've got like some downtime while you process all the brain dump I just had. And then I just went down some different kind of fucking rabbit hole, and something just materialized in front of me, and I went, I love this idea. I need to use this in a campaign. And I went, nah, I'm not using this in a campaign. I am building my campaign around this.
Ooh, it's the speed of the campaign.
Yeah, so I'm hoping it actually works because I love the idea of it. But I was like, well, I got to figure out other plot things that go around it. Like, well, okay, how do we get to that point? Like, what leads to that? And I was like, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And then I had a balls to the wall crazy idea. I was like, maybe we just start there. Maybe they just start and shit's already fucked. I was like, that would be wild. Anyways, back to this game.
We know that she's one of those
See,
monsters.
like my
ones
my
that came
interest
from within
is
Adachi
like
San
peaked
and
now. Like,
Nagatomi.
I want to know more about it. I want to know more about it.
What's nice, like, I've had 2 very, very distinct, very different thoughts about how to start the campaign. As like, there's not a good way to like do one and then just make the other one be a thing later. For reasons I can explain once one happens, and I can be like, cool, here's the other bit. It is very much a one or the other kind of thing. And I was like, and I don't know which one I like more. And it makes me so sad. And all the people I would talk to about it, I want to ask to play in the campaign. So I'm just gonna let it eat me up inside for a few weeks.
There you go. Nice. Again, another very healthy coping mechanism for everyone at home to practice. So speaking of pantheons, here's a fun little fact. So you go through, and it doesn't matter like what D&D pantheon you read about. There's usually a god of dwarves. And Asuelia, I'm reading through the pantheon that you're listing in the chat. So there's usually a god of dwarves. There are usually Fae-aligned deities for elves. There's a halfling god. There's orc for orcs. All these different races. There's never like an explicit god for humans. Like the humans are just like, yeah, okay, cool. We'll take trade. Sure. How about trade? That's fine. Works for us.
This is fair.
Yeah.
Yes. Either way, we cannot leave her be.
Instead of letting it fester, why not try a free write, then read through both to see which one sparks joy more than the other? No, yeah, it's... how do I say this without giving anything away? I have effectively already done that. I love them both equally for very different reasons. It's 2 very different tones to start with. So what I'm trying to do right now is build out the rest of the world and kind of what like my major beats, like what else is happening in this world that are the events that somebody could choose to interact with to like progress story. And try to decide, like, okay, is there one that fits that more after I build that? Because right now, just if you're just, like, plucking something out of thin air and just being like, where does it go from here? But, like, here's these 2 different start options. I love them both. I love them both so fucking hard.
Is it something that, if you know the players who are going to play and a little bit about their characters, it might lean to one beginning or another?
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping once I figure out like who's in, and like how we're playing. So like if it's all people around here, great, we get to play in person. That might impact something versus like what do I think might play better over Discord. And then who it is and kind of what that party makeup is, and maybe I can be like, all right, now that I know these things, I feel like this start, and also like knowing like these players, like will these players enjoy one kind of start more than the other? So I'm hoping maybe those things will kind of like lean me in a particular direction, because I love them both. It's so good. I kind of feel like a genius, I'm gonna be honest. I hope it works.
I mean,
I hope either of them work.
Well, we all know, and chat can attest to this, that you are a genius. So I'm sure both of them will be excellent.
I'm a literal genius. I'm not a creative genius. So, like, that's my worry.
Is that like a humble brag? Like, I'm not a creative genius.
Sure, yeah. Well, no, I'm not. I don't think there's anything humble about it. Like, no, like I recognize in the literal. In the technical sense, like I am a very smart person. I know that I'm a smart person. I've done neutrino and dark matter research. I have 2 degrees. I'm like, yeah. It's like I know I am smart. But literal smart and creative smart, 2 very different things.
That's fair.
So.
And true. Suelio, like moral quandaries helping cities under a political regime that half the group doesn't agree with. Oh boy, I feel that. That was my devil campaign that we wrapped up a few months ago. Basically my lawful good cleric among borderline evil party making deals with the capital D devil. I'm like, hey guys, maybe we shouldn't. Gee willikers, guys, maybe let's not.
Oh, everybody's fucked up from that move. That's not good.
Flashfire, thank you for picking up the slack that Pathos left. Oh, and here's man, I say it in.
Oh, not another one of these. Oh no,
right on cue.
5 fucking.
Fire won't work.
Pathos, your timing was impeccable. Magnificent, sir. Flashfire, thank you for setting the spike.
Yep. Vampire the Masquerade. Yep, there it is. We made it! We made it! So far into the stream before that came up.
It's true. We did. I think it's because Pathos was hiding or lurking for a while.
Ugh. I do need to point out, I think it's after 10, we can talk about Breach. I need to point out, I think Aaron purposely is fucking with you.
Just me?
With the very strong implication that Artemisia met a fucking devil in her dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Why I wasn't looking at my screen, why did nothing happen when I did that?
Because you're suffering from enervation.
Mother bitch! Ah!
Indeed.
It's fine.
Fire
Whatever. I don't care
bad.
anymore.
Ah! Enemies left. You can win this.
This is so dumb. This is so fucking stupid. All right, I can't do fire.
Pathos, what did you cook?
Oh yes. Why? Everyone's missing. Everyone's missing. Oh good, the Panzer's focused now. Oh, I want that one dead.
It got back up. Defeat it fast.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Now everybody's enervated.
Okay?
Jesus Christmas. Do I have anything for this? I don't. I normally do.
You normally do, yeah.
Mother whore. But yeah, after all the... This is fucking unreal. This is unreal.
You know what is real? Pathos making rigatoni with meat sauce.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's like grandmother used to make. A good goods.
Does enervation mean I'm gonna automatically miss,
Yes.
or is there a chance?
No, you will always miss or forget to use a
Well,
skill.
then what do I do if we're all enervated?
Keep blocking until you cure yourself of it.
Son of a whore.
Senpai's acting weird.
We're all acting weird. Girlfriend, help us.
I let my guard down.
No, I want you to put your guard up. Oh, thank you, Jesus. All right. For the love of Christmas.
2 enemies down. Keep going, senpai.
Fuck you.
Whack!
Enemy down.
Whack!
Nice move, senpai.
What? Why did nothing happen? Is it because everybody's fucking enervated?
Because everyone's enervated. Yeah.
Ah!
You need Flashfire. I know we're usually good about backseat gaming, but this actually might be a legit option. You could just escape.
Oh shit! All the rest of them, the escape was grayed out, so I didn't even look at it. All of them, it's been fucking grayed out. Yeah, no, fucking
Now's your chance.
GTFO.
Run.
Dear Lord, good call.
Flashfire. That was the perfect example of when a bit of advice is perfect.
Yeah, the rest of this fucking thing, all of them, it's been grayed out. Like, nah, you gotta deal with this.
Yeah, you gotta just get your lumps. Memories of anger.
No, that's not stairs. I wanted stairs. Oh wait, there's a fucking. Hold on. Wait. Don't jump out, mother whore.
Of course it was. It's Memories of Anger. I think that's the one you're on.
Yes.
This one is not procedurally generated, so this one is the same map. So let me know if you want GPS on or just general location of where you need to go.
Well, nice thing is all of these dudes are weak to physical attacks, so
Well, that's good.
that's helpful.
Enemy down. Keep it up, GA-senpai.
But yeah, Breach!
Breach happened. I think we found the big bad of the campaign. Seagulls.
That
flock of
was wild.
It was very funny though. I was
very funny.
I had to mute myself. I was laughing so hard. It was just a wonderful mental image.
It
But
was
just-
so funny that there were two very clear tones to everything that was happening. It's this assassin being like, "I will kill you," and the seagulls.
Honestly, I was half expecting the seagull that Rika was looking through the eyes of to get hit with a giant crossbow bolt just as a message.
Oh my god, that would have been incredible.
Like, huh.
Yeah, I do think it was
Senpai's poisoned.
interesting. Like, I didn't expect Rika walking into a map, the cartographers being like, I need to find a pebbly beach with some woods nearby, would actually go anywhere.
Get set.
I know, it actually happened.
I don't know if Aaron just felt bad for us or what. Or if that, but it was the idea of Virus Wave. It's Texas. The fact that that worked is insane.
Did she have to roll for anything, or did it just kind of happen? I have
God,
to go
I
back
don't
and
remember. I feel like there was a roll in there somewhere, but now I don't know.
Okay, GA.
I'm curious. I need to go back and look at our map that we have of the general area. If we're gonna go past that spot on our way to Chromix,
One enemy to go. Keep it up.
because I'm afraid that Rika's gonna do something dumb if she's like, "That's it."
Let's go. Precisely.
You know what I'm afraid of? I'm afraid of if we find that exact spot and some sort of evidence like the dagger just laying there.
Oh God. We go past and just someone wakes up in the middle of the night and they're just on the deck of the ship holding it.
Or yeah, they wake up on the deck of the ship holding it. Or if they have if Rika has a dream about that beach, we see her on the beach while she's asleep.
Oh, no.
Or something like that. Basically, the biggest thing I'm afraid of is that if this beach actually exists and this actually happened, that means all of our dreams are real.
Like
not
happening somewhere. Like you didn't just
Yeah.
I legitimately don't know if Gwen's gonna have a dream. And if she does, it is gonna be horrifying.
That's amazing, Yukiko-senpai. Keep it up.
Yeah,
I
it's,
don't know what to
yeah.
expect from this.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, I wonder,
The enemy's
like,
weakness.
would Aaron dip into your backstory at all? Like, is it gonna be that kind of horrible, or
Okay,
like,
so fun fact, I can shed slight light on this. Is at one point, I think it was after the arena night, we made a comment while he was around about like I was trying to think of things that could be for Gwen. I was like, and I had some thoughts, but I'm afraid to say them, so I'm gonna give him ideas. And then we're like, of course, he's already like decided what is gonna happen, if anything. I'm not gonna give him ideas.
Enemy down.
After you left, well, we were just like shooting the shit afterwards. After you left, he was like, okay, now that James is gone, what are you thinking? And I was like, the only things I can come up with based on what we have right now, because at that point we'd only seen dreams from you and Nico.
Okay.
So I was like, if it is related to our histories, these are the two things I could think of. And he was like, no, it's not those. And I was like, cool. That's worse. Because now I really don't know.
bum bum bum.
Yeah. So I don't for the things that I know are currently relevant to Gwen, that I would have a legitimate fear of having it go poorly. He's straight up told me, nah, it's not that. Which, granted, he could be lying. He could be.
He could. It's always a possibility.
Yeah. But I oh, give me this. But I don't know. I'm also afraid of the idea that he's just like, yeah, no, I already know what your dream related to this stuff's gonna be, but now I know other things you're afraid of to have just regular nightmares.
Yay.
Afraid I gave him ammo for that. But we'll see. I don't know.
It'll be fine. Like, that whole assassin thing just took care of itself.
Here's
It
the,
just
like,
took-
I'm not worried about, like, I mean what I said as Gwen. I was never worried about the assassin. I'm still not
One's
worried
immune to
about it.
darkness.
Well, yeah, he completed his job. All's well that ends well.
Yeah, he'll never show back up, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's just like Wilford. Will never show back up again.
Fucking Wilford.
Yikes, it's time. 2 enemies left.
So
Right now.
I'm really curious to see what's gonna happen with us getting to Chromix.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be really interesting, not just for all the things that like we
2
know
enemies down.
that we know for like, cool, we've been called as witnesses to potential war crimes. There's Selvsveen having a case against Stormiel having a counter case against Selvsveen, like all that stuff, being able to support all that. But this is gonna be like the other Magisters all come to that, and their apprentices should all be there. So like this is gonna be the first time any of you know, to my knowledge anyways, all any of you know about the whole Magister thing is Arturo and then me being his apprentice. You don't know anything about who the other 3 Magisters are, you don't know anything about their apprentices, you don't know where they live, you don't know where, like, how far into their shit they are, like, you don't know anything.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of learning, a lot of good RP.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about it. I'm excited about it as a player because of the idea of like, cool, like you guys get to see now you get to see the other Magisters. You get to start learning some things about
You can win this.
what
Just don't lose light on it. Someone finish it off.
That you'll get to see like these other things. I am interested to see before everything went to fucking hell, I would have had an idea of like, cool, this is what Gwen's interactions with the other Magisters would be like based on the Kelia, based on like what I know about like kind of what her relationship is with each of these other 3. But now that I'm technically being called as a witness in a case that might lead to a declaration of war, that could sway some of them. So I'm
Which is
curious.
very
to see what that
useful.
looks- Yeah, I'm curious to see what that looks like and be like, Cool. For Magisters I have a positive relationship with, how does that affect it? Magisters I don't have a positive relationship with, how would that affect that? Getting to watch, like, me as a player seeing Arturo with the other Magisters. I'm sure Gwen kind of knows, but me, Jen, I don't have any fucking idea.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I'm so interested to see this.
See the secret handshake, and then they all go chugging ale like they're in a fraternity.
Exactly, yeah, for sure. I can see Arturo doing that.
Yeah. Gwen comes up to Vasile and the rest of the party, just visibly shaken. Guys, the Magisters, they're just bros. That's all they are. They're just bros.
They're just bros.
But yeah, so a lot happened in the breach. I'm definitely excited for Chromix just to see that interaction play out and to see how this whole trial is going to go. Because, I know the one thing you never want to do as a DM is set up a scenario where you're having a conversation with yourself.
Yeah.
And a trial sounds like the perfect place for a DM to fall into I'm just having NPCs talk to one another and not giving the players agency in this moment. So, I wonder how much we're going to be a part of the proceedings, or is it a lot of it going to be, RP hand-waved until our testimony? I don't know. But for the game itself, the thing I'm a little not concerned about, just pondering. So, I feel like it's too easy for an assassin to just be walking around the castle, especially in a room that is supposed to have the king.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all.
What I took away from that, at first glance, was this person is absolutely employed by the king. Because there's no reason why something like this should happen. Or this person is a high-ranking person in the kingdom.
Until the guard knocked on the door to say, sorry, it's gonna be a few minutes, I thought this was 100% intentional.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this was exactly who we were supposed to meet here. This was the king being like, y'all need to fucking back off. And then that guard talked and I was like, oh, this is actually, more concerning from a peril perspective.
Mm-hmm. Way to go, Horus. Yeah, so it's I feel like with everyone tightening security, this should not be something that just happens, and I'm sure the guards can hear us having a conversation in that room,
I mean, maybe they could hear a conversation? I don't...
Yeah, well, we know they can because you read their minds while you were talking with the king to get surface.
Oh, that's right.
Don't let it get away.
Oh, oh, no. Am I gonna get any money from this guy?
No.
Fuck you.
Now's your chance. Run.
The only thing you would get is XP, but I mean, you're 89 right now. You're fine.
Oh, but I also didn't get the item out of it.
Correct.
Mother... Fuck! Alright, whatever. I don't care. I don't care anymore.
You know what? Back to Persona really quickly. Marie is, maybe not surprisingly, a very divisive character in the Persona 4 fan base. People either like her or hate her. There's really no middle ground. And I think the people who hate her just think of this dungeon no, I went through all of this because of her. I hate her as a character now.
Yeah, I'm not real...
There's an ice immune enemy.
Not real jazzed.
Now's your chance.
Just leaving. I'm
just leaving.
Fuck all of this.
There you go. Yeah, so I have, assassins walking in the castle. I don't like that, so I think clearly this person is a known entity within the castle. At first I thought, is this person I don't know, a Castilian, someone of importance within, politically, that he could just walk around, but, so that happened. I think Aaron is spiting me with the whole devil thing. I'm glad I just wasn't a part of that dream, because I would have noped my way out of there. I would have pinched myself, whatever it took to wake me up. Nope. Away from me. No means no. I'm not rolling a strength check, Aaron. I'm just walking away. I'm walking away, Aaron.
I want win.
3 of them. Don't give up now, okay?
Again, Horus fucking saving the day.
Yeah, random Persona pickup.
Ooh, I'm not doing so hot. Hey, Brandon, thank you for the raid! You're just in time for the D&D portion of the evening while we play Persona and just yell about D&D.
Welcome to the D&D portion of NPR's Fresh Air. We'll be talking about D&D in a campaign and a homebrew and another campaign that I'm playing in. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Tell us more about your new campaign. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, I'll talk about our new campaign. So yeah, we talked about the trigger warnings, which is a very nice and prudent thing for our DM to do. We're an all chaotic party. Everyone is chaotic, and this is what happened in game 1. One of the characters is a ranger, as a class, ranger, and their profession, they were a smuggler. He says he's a courier. He just brings goods from point A to point B, but he's a smuggler. And he met some of our characters outside of the city that we all met in on the way to a dead drop to pick up something that needed to be delivered. Within 1 hour of meeting this character, our rogue picked his pocket and grabbed the item that he was supposed to smuggle. And then it happened in DM chat. So the DM, after 30 minutes, hey Jack, your character checks his pocket and it feels a little light. And he thinks oh no, I left it out there, I ran into this party and I forgot to get it from the dead drop. So he runs back out, just doing perception checks trying to find it. The rogue rolls up to my artificer and drops the bag in front of me and goes, "You're an artificer, tell me what this stuff is." And it's poison. It's poison pellets that dissolve in liquid. So you would have this pellet at a bar, you drop it in someone's drink, it's now a poison drink.
Jesus! Also, hey, which one of these guys am I okay to get rid of? Can I get rid of Hellbiker?
Yeah, you can get rid of Hellbiker.
Okay.
So yeah, poison. So again, the ranger probably didn't know what it was. He was just paid to discreetly bring this from point A to point B. You don't look in the bag. So now we know it's poison. So the rogue takes it back, and she goes to put it in the seat cushion, from the ranger was sitting in. It's oh no, you know what? It was just stuck in the seat cushions. It wasn't back out in the wild.
That's not good.
She does that. Our wizard, who is basically an anarchist, just completely pure chaos, steals the bag and replaces it with a bag of charcoal so that she can have the poison now. Again, this is all happening on the down low. The guy comes back, opens up the bag, sees that it's charcoal, and realizes this bag has been opened and it's probably not charcoal. So now he's trying to figure out who stole it and where the actual poison is. Everyone in the party thinks our wizard has the poison. My artificer has sleight of hand as a proficiency because, if you're tinkering with stuff, you need to be very dexterous. I figured that would be an appropriate thing. He palmed half the poison so he could further study it. So now everyone is convinced the rogue or the wizard has the poison. And the artificer, who is the white toast of characters that everyone he kind of talks like a nerd a little bit.
Great.
No one because I rolled a 19 on my sleight of hand. So I got a 25 on my sleight of hand. No one knows. No one saw it happen. So now everyone is convinced Rogan anarchist wizard have it, and or good old artificer sitting in the corner dude, I'm just tinkering with stuff, don't mind me. So this is going to be a shell game that I have a feeling is going to be going on throughout the campaign now, figuring out who did this. So yeah, that's how game 1 went.
Perfect. So fuck this enemy.
Yeah.
They resisted the almighty damage.
That's not fun.
I didn't know that was a thing that could fucking happen. And now that doesn't look so great.
So, yeah, would you like it? Would you like some advice?
I would love some advice. Should I use one of these fucking things?
Yeah, you're looking at it.
Yeah. Great. Great. Let's do fire.
Though the ranger did have a very endearing introduction, and I wrote the quote down because I thought it was so funny. We're asking him like, like where have you been? Like, you're a ranger, you're familiar with the grounds. He's like, I've been everywhere. I've gone in every direction, north, south, east, and left. It was just it was such a funny improv line that it was like the seagulls. Like we were just laughing for 5 minutes straight, recovering from that. And again, so much so I had to write it down because I just thought it was so good. It's such a great line.
I didn't notice that Yukiko was enervated.
Womp, womp, womp.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Fuck all of this.
I'm sure you have a percent that does fire damage.
Probably, but like also maybe not. Oh, that looks like fire.
Yeah. Raphael.
Yukiko-senpai,
Fuck
your agility
all
is
of
down.
this. I hate this game. This game sucks.
You're almost done, Jen.
Ah!
Go for it.
What the fuck? What shit? What does Naoto do? Naoto can do Almighty. Is it Wind? Is the other one that Naoto has?
Wind, yes.
All right. Fucking. Yeah. Fuck you, sir.
Put on your windbreaker. It's cold out.
Dear Lord. This game sucks.
Jen.
Oh my god, that's like no damage. We're gonna be here forever. We're gonna be here forever.
So maybe about
Oh,
That's fine. Fuck you, Naoto. You're enervated. I don't give a shit. You can't do anything. Jericho, I've been better. Fuck this game. But I'm
You're
fine.
so close. You're almost at the finish line, Jen.
Ah!
Relatively speaking.
God. Ah!
Senpai, your agility is down.
I hate it. I hate all of this so fucking much. Sure. There you go. Enjoy that. Is it wind? Wind is the other one? Wind and fire?
Yeah.
I just need earth.
Was it?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's right. Debilitate me. Yeah, alright. So
One enemy to go. Keep it up. It's over.
nothing's happening. Nothing's
Yeah,
happening.
so well, yeah, but so just to try to fulfill the anguish with voice. Hey, that one hit. Yeah, so that's my new D&D campaign. We may have accidentally ruined the story arc for our smuggler because a rogue and an anarchist wizard decided to steal his stuff, and who knows if that was something to lead to other things in the story. So I'm sure the DM is thrilled to death about that within an hour of starting a new campaign.
What was it?
But yeah, so it'll be exciting, and the minute that it starts becoming like the devil campaign, I'm just gonna quit. And I'm not gonna have any qualms about it, and then I'll play in your campaign.
There we go. Perfect.
I'll be a cleric of Ouija's.
Jesus. You will have to move here though, because I want to play D&D in person. So you'll just have to like
Okay.
move here forever.
It's just forever.
Just forever.
Okay. Okay.
What?
It wears off after 3 turns.
Ah!
Who's acting weird?
Ah! Is it just fire or is it all things?
So the item lasts for 3 turns. So
But
the
I don't know what
Windbreaker-
item it was. Oh, my item lasts for 3 turns.
Correct.
Mother bitch.
Naoto-kun, your defense
I'm
is
so.
down.
I can't. Anyways, I'm glad your new campaign is people haven't already started fucking the devil, so like that's good.
Yeah, that is good. I'm very happy about that. I am excited to play an artificer. It's I like using skills. I think like wizards and clerics are a lot of fun with the different spells that they have at their disposal. So the fact I'm playing an artificer who is proficient in 5 different tool sets and has a lot of skills, is like a rogue, but
That's
still has that like
so many tools.
so many tools, but like it's still scratching that magic itch that I just genuinely like to play in D&D, like just magic classes in general. So it's like that good mix between the two. Yeah, Ashley, it's a yet. I'm sure it's only a matter of time. The raging hormones of my party, it's eventually gonna happen.
Is it so? Your last campaign was 4 players,
4 players,
and
yes.
this one's 6. So you've added
6.
2 people.
We've added 2 people. So both of those people, they were part of our original Guardian campaign when we were all RTX Guardians. And then just because of work and schedules, 2 of them just couldn't play on a regular basis. One of them did for like about half the campaign, and he got smart and quit because he's like, I see the writing on the wall. I just don't want to be a part of this anymore. So he left.
So then you were trapped.
Yes, I was trapped.
Come on, are you fucking kidding me?
Wake up!
Oh, Nato, you're gonna die. No, you're not worth that. All right. All right. So you got 6. So yeah. So now you know that you get to pull. You have an opportunity to pull the ripcord.
Right. That's exactly right. So I know, and I have to be the first one because
Yeah.
I'm not going to be the one responsible for the campaign falling apart.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Dropping
close.
from 6 to 5, easy. Dropping from 5 to 4, once you're down to 4, like you're committed.
You're committed. And like, there was a pandemic going on. I'm like, I really don't have anything better to do, so I might as well see this through.
God, this fight's finally over. Thank you, Jesus.
You did it.
A loneliness stone? All right, we'll check that one out. And it's God, we are all not super great right now.
And just drop an all heal.
Yeah. All right. So nope, wrong button. All right. Equip me this loneliness. Oh, 22. Yes, give me that. So now I want Yukiko. Yukiko's got well,
to
to give you the
suffer.
suffering. All right.
Yukiko,
I think,
you suffer.
and everybody else I think is on. Oh, just kidding. Nope. Let's get you on grief, and Naoto get you on grief. Oh, you're already on grief. Great. Do that, and now skills. Yukiko.
Salvation.
Wait, where's? Oh, there it is. I just totally went past it. All right.
That's nice.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, you got this. And you're almost to the end of the dungeon.
God.
Almost.
Look, so many unnecessary hallways. I'll go this way. Go ahead.
Yeah, you. No, it's
Nope.
a dead end.
Not going
But-
that way. Fucking great.
Yeah, so like what I'm envisioning is probably get close to the end of the dungeon tonight. Maybe we fuse a persona or 2 before calling it a night. You can drop some money on the fox to get all of your SP back,
Cool.
or you can just not and just save the money drop on the fox for like this is Marie's floor. Okay, then because your
Oh, yeah.
your SP is gonna disappear after every fight.
Yeah. No, we'll just save that for the Marie floor. Yeah. Okay. Oh, memories of loneliness. Jesus. How many more? Like, can I get to
run away.
Marie's floor before the end of the stream?
Probably. So you were just on floor 7.
I was on anger and now I'm on loneliness. Whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah. So, floor 7 was anger. So you should be on floor 8 right now. Yeah. Okay. You have 2 more floors.
Oh my
including this
God!
one.
That's
including this one. So just
so many.
just ignore everyone. You're fine.
I'm trying so hard. The only fights I've gotten into have been the rope cutting ones.
Yeah. Well, you're done with the rope cutting ones, fortunately.
Oh,
so.
thank you. Oh, yes. Nope, go this way. No, okay, yeah, sure. All right.
Yay, lightning breaker.
Ah.
Yeah, you're doing fine. So yeah, it'll be interesting with the new campaign. I like mechanically the Artificer. It'll be fun to get all of his fun things. So, not so well kept secret. My backup character for Breach is an Artificer, but it's going to be a different, I guess, type of Artificer.
Okay.
So the Artificer I'm playing in my Friday campaign is the Artillerist. So he's going to have a mobile gun, which is super cool. It's going to be very fun. And then my backup character for the Breach is the not Warforged, the one that has the big walking golem. That's like
nice.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that because it seems like a little. The Breach seems like a little steampunky, like pistols are around, there's, metal boats in Rika's dreams. So I think it will fit. Hey, you're here.
Yay!
Okay, so go to your inventory, and it should be Sacred Branch.
Cool. Hell yeah. Dope!
Yes. Yeah, so save.
Yeah.
Save. First thing you should do.
Butterfly, give me that save.
Yes.
Hell
Good.
yeah.
All right.
God.
So, do you want to do a little fusing and then we'll call it a night?
Sure. But yeah. So, we were talking about your backups and your artificers and all that stuff.
Yeah. So I think the one with the giant metal golem is going to be a good fit in Breach. Like it will fit with technology wise. I think in a steampunky way. But yeah, so at least they're different types of artificers. So it's not like I'm playing the exact same character and like racially very different and attitude wise very different. So I'm kind of excited for the. Yeah, I love Vasile very much, and I hope he lives a very long, happy life. But if he doesn't, I'm excited for my backup character.
The things you've told me about your backup character, I'm like, yes, Gwen and this character will get along. Cool. I'm putting that in air quotes. Will get along very well in combat. Fun fact: before I settled on a wizard, I was entertaining an artificer.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
great minds think alike.
Yep, and so do ours. Yes. All right, what do you want to look at?
Let's do search. Let's just see what we can make with what you have. So let's sort by level, because you're going to be up in the 90s.
Yep.
There's so many you can make.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, you can make Hillel. Oh, I don't want you to use Yoshitsune or Ishtar. But Hillel is such a good character. I bet we could find a better way to make Hillel.
I just want to look at it. Oh my. Hello.
He is the chief of all angels.
All right.
Go to Scathach, the second one. So you're not using any of those.
Oh
three.
yeah, that's pretty easy.
Yeah, let's see what she gives you. Gives you ice, or no? Those are.
That's ice and wind.
Okay, that's not bad. We'll keep that in mind.
Okay.
Okay. Beelzebub. Yeah, just pick one and just see what. Oh, that's a character.
That's something. That is something.
I'd probably make Scathach. Scathach. It's Scottish.
Okay.
I'm terrible at pronouncing it. Oh, no, Birdie.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
Oh, Satan! Just straight up. Whoa!
straight up Satan.
Just straight up Satan. I appreciate that it's severe almighty damage to everybody and heavy fire to all. I appreciate this.
And you can get Regenerate 3,
Yeah.
It's actually a very strong persona, as you can imagine.
With its multiple tits I just saw.
Are they grafted to the leg as well?
Anybody who missed the beginning of the stream is like, what? All right. Satan, not bad.
Yeah, we'll keep that in mind.
Oh, except that Satan always uses Yoshitsune.
Oh,
in every iteration, so never mind.
Yeah, never mind.
Dang it, Satan!
Wait, go up to the first You got the Human Torch. That one, oh, that one uses Yoshitsune.
Yeah, I was like, that's why I was going down to. This is the only one that doesn't use Yoshitsune.
You know, that actually might not be a bad use because you can have like a powerful fire backup if Yukiko is incapacitated or if she's healing, or we'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, no, you're not great.
Yeah.
Oh, so many.
Oh, Kaguya. This is one of the ones I wanted you to make.
Oh, cool.
This is the one, the persona I was mentioning in Persona 5. When you summon it, it's like, I sense pathos.
Ah. So.
Yeah, that is it is a good persona to make. So if we can make it without using anything in this,
So that
actually,
one uses Ishtar, but the rest.
Yeah.
Okay, so some of these are Ishtar.
Let's. Horus has actually been. You know what? Let's use the one with Horus because we could probably pass that skill along.
Okay.
Yeah, so it does light, does healing. I don't like that. I don't like that it can only bring 2 over.
Yeah.
Let's scroll up. The one that uses I think Raphael.
Oh,
There we go.
many.
There we go. That's better.
Okay.
That's better. Okay. Yeah, I think let's do it.
Cool.
Let's bring that one, Mabufudin.
Okay.
Because Chie cannot do a
Correct. Yeah.
ice attack against
To
all
everybody.
people. You have a ton that do lightning. Bring that one. And probably was a good one to have.
Say that again.
High counter.
Okay. Cool.
And then maybe pick between Makarakan or the Masuakaja.
Realistically, I can't imagine I'm actually gonna use either of these.
Okay, that's fair. Then I would bring Amrita, then, because you're probably going to get status ailments that you can heal so that Yukiko can continue blasting with fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Nice.
Or if she's down and I need a heal.
Exactly.
All right, let's do it.
Yay!
I did save right before this, right?
You did.
Okay, I just panicked in case the little card floaty happened. All right, great. Thank you. All right, let's see how many levels I get. I started at 74. God, yes. Oh no. Wait. This is medium. Everybody. Oh,
Yeah,
that
just
one.
That one.
Easy. Oh my god. Give me all the points. Weird little whoopsies. I was hitting buttons. I didn't think another thing was gonna happen.
You know, I would get rid of fast heal. So fast heal to recover from ailments you have Amrita that instantly gets rid of ailments, and then anything that increases your likelihood of. Oh, are you gonna get Spellmaster?
One more. Oh, I actually got a fusion thing. What?
Nice.
Dope. Oh, so close.
So
close.
Okay, so we have that.
I could still do that.
Nah. Here, go back to normal. I just want to see what you have right now. Let's see what we can do with Cert. I'm looking up in the calculator right now.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what you have, because we can make a good persona using Cert. Okay. We might have to pull one from the
Compendium?
from the compendium. Let's see if it's there first. So under compendium, look under Hierophant. It's Kairuyu. No, you don't have it. Okay, that's okay. Okay, that's not gonna work.
Everybody drink water.
Everyone drink water. Go back to your persona list. Let's see. No, I really don't want you to use Yoshitsune unless we just resummon him. Just use the money and resummon
How much
Yoshitsune.
does that cost? Let's find out. By level. I could. I mean, that's a lot of money, but it's like a third of my money, but I could do it.
We could do it. Who else does it use if we make Hillel? It's the very top.
Oopsies. Horus, Yoshitsune, and Ishtar.
So Ishtar was like 40, so we would basically be using 100,000 yen
Woof.
to make.
Woof.
You know what? I think we'll be fine without Hillel.
Okay.
All right, so go back to Fuse, go over to Hexagon. I just want to see how many you have for this. Go to the very bottom.
Oh God.
We only have one of many, so yeah, we can't get Lucifer, who is the strongest persona in the game.
Okay, well that's good to know.
But yeah, he exists
Alright.
because why not?
Dang.
is.
He's so many ribs.
A little emaciated. Like
Yeah.
I think he needs to eat a little
We need
bit.
to get you some barbecue, my dude.
Yeah. You know what? I think we're good, unless
Okay.
you just want to do like a random fusion with whatever you have left.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
It's
All right.
Ooh, butterflies, butterflies.
Well, you know what? We did it. We got as far as I hoped we would get because for the next game and for those listening at home, we're gonna fight the boss of this dungeon and we're gonna be in cutscene hell.
Oh God, great. Good to know.
And yeah, because the next day is Valentine's Day, so you know there's stuff going on.
There better be stuff going on.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we're gonna have probably two. I think we can finish this in 2 nights.
God, that's
And
wild.
And then it is that Persona will finally be done.
Finally. Oh my God.
Finally, Jen, you've been a trooper and a champ this entire time with it, so thank you.
It says I've played for 118 hours, James.
They've been 118 great hours of conversation that we've had.
No, it hasn't been that much because 1, I started this for a while before we started doing this, and 2, I would play for like an hour before you joined me. So like, let's not give it more credit than it's worth.
That's fair. I was just trying to like play up the fact that I've been enjoying the time. But
Yes.
yeah, sure. Yeah, no, let's yeah.
I have been enjoying our chit chat time. It has been good, and I will miss it when this is done. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure something out. But anyways, James, thank you as always for being here, for coaching me through the parts of the game that I needed coaching through, and for just shooting the shit with me.
Oh, of course. I'm happy to be here. I'm a little sad and blue that we're getting near the end of this, but I'm sure we will think of something that the conversations will continue, but the vehicle will be very different, I'm sure.
Yes, I am excited for that. But I will let you go. I'll talk to you here in a second.
Thank you for having me. Drink water, get vaccinated, wear a mask, laugh at the governor's misfortune,
Yes!
and have a good night.
Fucking Governor Rabbit. All right, good night, James.